gotta be honest, I gotta read this because this is really important to me. I don't think Bernie Mac's performance in Transformers 2007 is talked about or appreciated as much as it should be. Said by Daddy Fettuccini 117. The reason I really wanted to read that is because, well, there's a couple of reasons. The first one being that, like, I actually don't know who the hell that is. Because I'm trying to think, okay, Bernie Mac Transformers. Oh, him, right. I mean, I do remember him being good, yeah, but like, I mean, I don't know. I think maybe I need to rewatch Transformers in order to actually, like, really get it. Because that seemed, I'm not sure about that one. It's been a bit. Just letting you know that the Trazen DLC for Rogue Trader is in fact gas. Go do another playthrough of Rogue Trader Random Reader. Man, I want to play more Rogue Trader, but they keep adding shit. And because they keep adding shit, it makes it, I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to spend another 40 hours into the game before they add another thing that needs me to go back. Like, it's so much stuff. Like the actual content, yeah, don't get me wrong, is cool, and I like that they're adding more DLC, but god damn it, I can't keep up. I don't got the time to spend 30 more hours to go do another DLC. Owlcat, I need the game to be done so I can redo the whole thing and experience it from the beginning again with all the extra stuff added to it. There's just too many things, man. There's too many things. Can we stop pretending that Jared Leto is a bad actor? He won an Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club. Yeah, Jared Leto can act sometimes. He was also good in fucking, in Blade Runner. But, like, he's also a fucking creep, so I'm just gonna laugh at him anyway. So hey, here's this awesome thing. This is crazy, okay? It's called statements that are true at the same time. It exists. That exists. Decent actor can also be huge piece of shit. And also, actor can be bad in certain movies and good in other movies, because it's almost like acting involves like direction and script writing and budget, and like it's actually like a bunch of stuff that happens. It's why Keanu Reeves is good in John Wick, but it's actually like maybe not a great actor in general, because it turns out he's really good at things like stunts and putting in the effort for tough stuff like that, and having a kind of a quiet performance, but isn't as good when he has to emote. Also, hey Zero, thanks for the gifted subs. I don't know why my stream elements is not showing me all of the things you're sending me. I'm trying to like check out the activity feed, and it's not showing me when you're all doing the subs and stuff, and it's becoming a little different, and I'm not able to really see what's going on. But thank you for the subs and things. I appreciate it. I don't know why this is going. I don't know why this is happening though. Maybe I just need to go to like my Twitch dashboard and find like a recent events that way instead. It might be better. Yeah, I can like filter this. Just get rid of followers. And then maybe we'll just like pop out the activity feed instead. That might work out instead. Turn off all of these. Okay, bits. Gifted subs. Subs. Resubs. Okay. It should be good. Yes. That works out for me. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Are we making a video about initial point changes for 11th? I don't know if you're gonna get one. There's not actually a lot to say about it, if I'm being totally honest. Most armies went up a little bit. And then, most went up a little. And then, some didn't. And that was about it. I don't know. Like, where the hell am I? Hello. How you doing? Warhammer reveals. Message not sent. Please contact customer support. That's a funny super chat. That's a funny super chat. A white man? No. Unironically, like, there's not really much to say. Like, the detachments matter, I think, a bit more than the points do. Most armies went up, some didn't change much, and a few went down. The only, like, really notable one that went down was orcs. Orcs. It was, like, kind of just orcs. Not much else, really. Tau went down. Sorry, yeah, Tau went down a bit as well. Tau are a little strong IMO, but like there's some baffling ones, like guard infantry changes are weird. That's very strange. Like when it comes to points, there's not much. Like there's some weird attachment things, like Gene Stealer Colts got fucked on for no reason. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. The Necron subreddit is currently fully infighting over the healing changes and the vagueness of it. I mean, isn't it kind of obvious when you attach a leader to a unit, the whole unit operates as a single unit now, and therefore, if everything dies but the leader is still alive, you heal the bodyguards. I'm pretty sure that's kind of obvious, because it works that way for sisters. But can we heal a leader? Oh, can you heal a leader? Oh, if it's like a leader and a support, I think so. Because it's all one unit now. If the leader gets sniped, can you heal him? I believe rules is written, yes. Yes, because because like Purge the Foe, for example. When you do Purge the Foe, a unit includes the leader and characters and stuff. Because like if you do Purge the Foe and you kill a 10-man unit with a leader, I don't think you get 2 points. You don't count as 2, you count as 1, right? And therefore they operate entirely as a single unit. So one would assume that if you precision out a leader, you can indeed revive them. They already put on FAQ that you cannot revive Necron characters with reanimation. Did they? I'll need a link then. I mean, because it works that way for, like, Guard. Also, what's up, Beepers? How you doing, dude? It works that way for Sisters. Pretty sure it's the holdover FAQ from 10th. Oh, well, then that would not count then, yeah. That would not count. I don't know. I think that the healer can be revived. Or the leader can be revived. Now, I mean, it's a little busted, don't get me wrong, but like the thing is, well, it depends on how you would describe it. Like, on one hand, you would say, healing back the leader is crazy. But on the other hand, you might say, like, well, that reanimation could have been used for other stuff. No, that sounds busted, actually. Never mind. Reanimation protocol doesn't work on the leader because when the leader dies, it's no longer a unit, I believe. You can heal a leader while they're alive because they're still a unit. Right, but they're joined to the unit. You know what? I see why the Necron players are infighting. I understand now. This is indeed confusing. I will wait for an FAQ. I will wait for an FAQ. This you know what? This is confusing. Hi, Bricky. Does cover stack with -1 to hit? It does, which is why so many of the -1 to hit units have seen big points increases, like Grandmaster Voldus and Vashtor. However, stealth now gives you the benefit of cover, which means that they do not stack. Are Votann good now? Yes, they were good before. They were good before. They are good now. They were honestly good for the second half of 10th. I think you're a lot of people I don't think realize how like much the balance has done this. Like the D tiers are here, no longer here. You know, like the balance is really squished now. It's actually quite closer than you'd think. When does the summer reveals start? In about 13 minutes. Last time I played was during the transition from 3rd to 4th. On average, how many of my models are still legal? Like half, I'd say. It's live on now? Bullshit. Yeah, I knew it wasn't live, you dummies. It's the fucking pre-stream. There's a goddamn trivia. There's trivia going on. Been rocking Inner Circle with Librarius. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I really wonder how many reveals will actually be for 40K. They said it wouldn't be too much. No, so here's people are asking my thoughts, or my people are asking my predictions. My predictions are very little, honestly. My predictions are very little. They have every single thing listed, basically, all the way from the Horus Heresy to Kill Team to 40K to Sigmar to Old World to even Aeronautica, I believe, or Imperialis, whatever it's called. Truth be told, I'm expecting very little. 11th edition was a major drop. They said they're going to show off the first Codex of 11th, which is cool. But truth be told, I'm expecting very little. I'm expecting a lot more fantasy stuff today, if I'm being totally honest. Because I think 40K has had their big relaunch, their big 11th edition launch, cool stuff, and now they're going to show off their more fantasy Sigmar era. So I think that's really cool. And so I'm assuming it's going to be big AOS stuff, lots of old world stuff, that kind of thing. And then they'll show off like a few minis that maybe those minis come in the new codexes. Like, oh, here's the new Space Marine Codex, and here's your new Space Marine. That's about it. So, yeah. That's how I expect it. And then there's some Kill Team, basically. So, yeah, I mean, like, I'm assuming it'll be fantasy stuff, mostly, because it makes sense, because 40K is launched. It's 11th edition. And there'll be a little bit of that, and then a lot of fantasy, and then we'll be done. Is it just me, or does new 40K media boost the popularity of a certain faction? Space Marine 2 for Nids and Thousand Suns, Dark Tide for the Arbidius Kill Team. Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you make media on things sells well. That's, marketing 101. But also, I will admit that once you get really deep into Warhammer, the thing that buys you new minis is books. You're like, I can't wait to read my Assassin Norm Kingmaker, and you're like, and this is my Knight Gallant, and this is my Knight Valiant, and this is my Knight Paladin, and this is my Knight, my Questoris Knight Megara, and here's my oh man, I'm gonna read this like Lords of Silence book, and here's my 6 Death Shroud, and here's my Mortarion, and here's my 3 Chaos Rhinos, and like that's just how that goes. Speaking from experience, Night Lord, absolutely I am. Yes, sir. So, yeah. So yeah, I mean, definitely. Here's my Infinite Divine. Here's my Necron army. Brie, what are your thoughts on Custodes running Mai the Moratori and Gun Telemon plus Shield Host? This seems pretty good. The Lions being 2 DP is pretty impressive, but like I like Shield Host actually a lot as a 2 DP, especially mixed with Dreads. So I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I know Warhammer is live, you doofuses. It's a fucking trivia. They're doing a trivia thing. It's not live for another 8 minutes. You doofuses. You dorks. All right, Big Stu, how do you do is a great name. Thank you for the prime. Time for Bricky and Friends watch time. Jax vibrating at the speeds only Bricky can handle. That, you know what? Speaking of Jax wanted to be a part of this. Jax was like, I want to watch the Warhammer, and I'm like, all right. You can ride in the passenger seat this time. Where the hell is this dork?
Hello?
Pull up.
Pull up?
So I pull up. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay. I pull up. My bad.
Oh, okay. We're fake.
We are fake.
I'm excited about the Warhammer. I'm very sleepy, but I'm very excited about the Warhammer.
That sounds like the kind of thing that you. I know that you were like already interested in Warhammer before you met me, and
my
then
sister's really into Warhammer.
And then I arrived, and then it just became a whole thing.
Yes, I'm really excited. Honestly, yeah. You said it's gonna be fantasy more. Do you think they're gonna get Skaven?
Of course, you would want the rats.
I want the rats.
Of course, you would want the rats.
I want the rats bad. I love the rats.
I need to read this message here because it's 1,000 bits. Hey, Bricky, just got here. Are we L Faps or W comes?
W comes. W comes.
Dude, I hate
W comes.
W insert noun streamer etiquette.
It's so good. I do it on purpose because I think it's so fucking funny. I do. W. Can we get W's in the chat for Bricky? W Bricky for inviting me.
I really hate the W
Bricky
thing.
Guys.
It's so awful. It's so terrible. All right, I'm going to. Oh, do you need a link?
Yes, please.
All right, this is what it is.
I'm gonna be respectful today. I know there's Warhammer guys who are like, who the hell is this VTuber? So I'm gonna be nice and respectful, and I'm totally not gonna talk about scissoring any nuns. All right? That would be ridiculous, and I would never do that. Anyways, is it gonna be women in this?
I hope not. I'm scared of that. If I see any of them wearing gold armor, I'm out. I'm burning all my miniatures to the ground.
I'm gonna be respectful. I'm gonna be respectful, and I'm gonna be understanding. This is not my stream, you know, so I'm gonna be just a good Jax, you know.
All right.
You know.
I'm calling up Games Workshop right now. Hey, cancel the sisters reveals.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. You actually hurt my feelings. Okay, don't say that.
Let's see, what's this? It starts in about 5 minutes. So, but no, it will be more fantasy related. Because 11th just launched, and so because 11th just launched, it'll be more fantasy heavy because a lot of the big new drops for 11th have already kind of come out, and then I don't really know.
Wasn't the first thing that came out was the Armageddon thing, and it had the orcs.
Yeah, yes. So the Armageddon launch box came with Blood Angels and orcs. Oh, I should run some quick ads right now so that I don't accidentally get ads during the show.
Okay.
Because that'd be smart. Let's see. I'm
hoping for scuffed audio too, guys. Don't worry.
Run ad break.
Listen, I love AdMech, but I think it's gonna be horrible. They're gonna have the worst audio known to man, and that's what I love about it. That's why I wanted to be here.
if we okay, long time jerker, first time chatter is a great chat message. Insanely good chat message.
I'm actually fuming with jealousy right now, just so you know. Like I'm actually fuming.
Okay, 1 minute ad break means that we won't have ads for 60 more minutes for pre-rolls, so that's pretty good. However, if they okay, chat, I know I said I was only going to run the technical difficulty shirt for a week. However, based on
have one?
What?
I didn't know there was one. Sorry. Do you shill?
No, but if it's really bad again, I might need to rerun it for a week. We could have it be like a running meme of every time there's terrible technical difficulties, we're like, gotta put the shirt back up, I guess.
That's good. Actually, I'm not gonna complain about that. Is it like, wait, I want to see the shirt. Technical.
Oh, it's currently down. It's no longer available. Sorry.
Do you have a photo of it? Whatever. We can figure it out later. Whatever.
I'll show it to you a bit later. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that important.
I see there's a few people in chat who are currently wearing it. Thank you very much, everyone. Burn your sensor. Get your incense rolling. Let's get there.
Wait, you guys should post on Twitter the shirt. I want to see it. Somebody post the Twitter if you're wearing it.
Their Twitter name is Jax VTuber, so you all know.
Yeah, I want to see it. If not, that's totally fine. I'm not trying to like dox you.
All right. Twitter.
Do you also have coffee right now? That's so
I
funny.
do.
I can hear the ice.
I do have coffee. I had a whole meeting this morning, and I'm a little sleepy. And I'm supposed to take today to finalize all the Mass Effect video stuff. And that's happening.
Are you putting the Mac Me in it?
I plan on actually opening with that. Yes.
Okay.
That seems really funny. So we'll figure that one out.
Oh, you should. You need to show chat the Nolan North.
Oh my God! Yes, the Richtofen voice.
Yeah,
I do.
There was a bonus one.
There was a bonus one,
guys. Yeah. So basically, what happened is I got Nolan North to do a video for Bricky as well. But I got it super last minute, and he actually gave it to me for free. It got refunded, and then he was like, "Oh, and I was like, "Oh, okay, he's not gonna do the video." And then it was like the most expensive one, and I got it for free. He just did it for the love of the game, and it was the longest one too.
It's also really funny because, like, which voice did Nolan North do? Because there's so many. I originally thought it was going to be Nathan Drake because I'm a big Uncharted fan, but it was Richtofen.
Of course, it had to be Richtofen.
Well, no. Nathan Drake is a perfectly fine choice as well. I really like Uncharted.
I understand that, but I feel like for you, it had to be Richtofen. You know what I mean?
I could do both.
Okay, all right, that's fair. I don't know. I feel like his Nathan Drake voice is kind of just like man voice. You know what I mean? And I was like, Richtofen is actually like a voice that he puts on. You know what I mean? I don't know. It seemed cooler. But I do look at Enchanted a lot.
I'm waiting. It's almost time. All right, I'm gonna go.
And everyone, by the way, I told Nolan North about you dressing up as a goth girl.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
He said it in the video. He said you look sexy. Did you not?
Right. I didn't put the two together.
Yeah, I told him about goth girl Bricky.
You are a terrorist. All right. I'm going to capture the window. Oh, it's time.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be respectful.
All right.
You can't hear the audio on my end, right? I'm not gonna like.
I'm not hearing anything. Well, I hear a bird chirping, but that's about it.
Oh, that's my clock. I have a clock that chirps for every hour, and it's a different bird call.
Oh, I have a clock.
Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Never mind, we're going.
To this very exciting preview. This is the big summer Warhammer preview. I am Adam Troke. This is Eddie Eccles, and we're delighted to have your company.
Yeah, this is going to be a really cool preview. We've got stuff from
shirts.
Loads of different game systems to show you, loads of Warhammer to talk about. We think about 90 minutes of stuff. Is that
Yeah,
right?
should run to about that long, depending on how fast we talk and how sidetracked we get by all the details.
I actually really like the guy in the right shirt
hour and a
a
half
lot.
or so, we're going to
Yeah,
fill
that's what I'm saying.
Their audio's good
with loads of
too.
cool Warhammer things. We've got things to cover from Warhammer 40,000, Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Warhammer the Old World,
difficulties, Sage.
Warhammer Necromunda,
Sage.
Warhammer Blood Bowl, Warhammer Horus Heresy, and Legions Imperialis. Have I forgotten anything?
Kill Team.
Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team. So loads to go
Loads of
through.
different systems. It's not every single system that we make. There are a few systems we couldn't quite
The audio is
squeeze
actually
in.
fantastic.
So we haven't
This
got
is
any
very
Warcry 3, we
strange.
haven't got any Underworld.
Or Middle Earth.
We haven't got any Middle Earth, but we'll have stuff on all of those game systems in the not too distant future.
Absolutely. So keep your eyes on warhammercommunity.com if you want to hear about the news on those as it happens.
Because they're in their
while
own
the chat
studio.
fills up and we get ready to kick off, there's a few things we normally do. The first thing is that we ask people in the chat where you're from. I was looking at the chat as people answered the...
I enjoyed the quiz.
The
That
quiz was
good
fun,
It
right?
good fun.
Did you get any right? Any
I
wrong?
got all of them right, obviously, Adam.
Very
But
good.
I did also help write the questions, so I did have cheated a bit.
Perfect. I was doing all right myself. And I saw where some people are from. We've got people from Texas. There's people from all around the UK.
There's a
lots from
lot of
Europe as well.
Warhammer
I saw
fans
some
in
France and
Texas.
Germany.
W
so wherever you are
Texas.
in this
Don't-
global Warhammer community, welcome to this
Sorry,
preview.
sorry.
We're delighted that you would choose to spend some time with us.
Yep, absolutely. Are you doing any hobby recently, Adam?
I have. I've found doing hobby a bit hard, been very busy, and also the weather is
been a
complete
bit warm, hasn't
anathema
it?
to painting
Yeah.
right now here in the UK. We are getting burned.
God,
naked.
another
But
20
I have
degrees
put
Celsius to the
together
UK.
everything,
Get
that
'em.
was on the Space Marine side of my Armageddon box.
Nice.
Including sort of dark angeling, is that a word?
Why not?
The
They're
already
models
in a
with
heat
some
wave,
extra
man.
details
They're
and back
dying.
banners and things like that. What about
They
you?
are dying.
Bit of Eldari, taking
Mhm.
some of them. Doing a little bit of
Eldari.
Caradrons on my painting table at the moment.
Eldar,
And
or technically
Did you
called
finish your
Eldari.
cocktail?
I did finish my Cogfort.
Okay, I was like,
yes.
wait, I
had a
haven't
good
heard
time with
it.
that. I
Actually,
did loads of
it was on
hobbies.
Warcom, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Nice. So, meanwhile, the other thing I've been doing to fill a little bit of my hobby time is I've been sort of theory hammering some army lists using the Warhammer 40,000
Yes,
app.
yes.
And I've been
I
looking at,
have been
I saw
putting
somebody had
together
made a really
the
interesting
Horus
little video
Heresy
on
Ogrins,
Instagram
the
or
ones
somewhere
with
about how you could
the
use
funny
Fulgurist
tooth and the
detachment,
knife.
which is like land speed eccentric. And so I'm trying to work out.
I've
how I
been
can
doing
synergize that with all
AdMech
of my
and I
rail
like
bombing
Gene
things to be
Stealers.
Like a very fast moving sort of
Like,
attacking
in the
and
same
deep
army?
striking force. That could be really
Yeah, a lot of people
Oh.
doing.
I've just been building
Warhammer
Schmeeps
40,000
because I want to
lists.
practice more.
Theory.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I've been
Gotcha.
caught up
Okay.
in the wave, I think. What about you?
Yeah, obviously. I've got one list for every single faction in 40k. That I'm
And
gonna
you've played your first official
I've,
game of
I've
the new
played
edition.
one game, one official game of the new edition so far with my Eldar against some Tau.
You are undefeated, retire now.
So far, undefeated.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Right. So, as we said, we've got loads of things to talk about throughout the course of this preview. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope that you have a nice time. We are going to start off the show by going to the grim darkness of the far future, and we're
Okay.
going to talk about some things for Warhammer 40,000.
40k, let's go.
So,
Okay,
here
40K
we are
first, okay.
with Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon, the launch box for the new edition, sort of out there in the
Mm-hmm.
wild. It's worth talking about some of the things that are coming up. And the first thing that we're going to talk about
Codex.
is how new people to Warhammer might get started in the Warhammer 40,000 hobby with some Warhammer 40,000 starter sets. So here is the
Okay,
Warhammer
never mind.
40,000
Ooh.
starter set.
This
We've
is-
got one in the flesh.
fine.
This is
Starter
an
set.
Starter
enormous
set,
box,
yeah, that's okay.
and
Okay.
is the perfect way if you've never played Warhammer 40,000
I
before
mean,
and
the-
want to get started
the art on it looks
to
pretty
jump
cool.
straight into the hobby.
Yeah,
Any
the art's
thoughts
fine.
about it?
I wanna know what's in
We
it.
did know that some of the miniatures
Yeah.
from the Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon set would be available in other sets in the future. This is one of the first places you'll be able to get hold of them. So
What do we
in
got?
this, you effectively have a combat patrol of Space Marines painted as Ultramarines, but you paint
Okay,
whatever
it's
you want.
basically
You've also
everything
got a combat patrol of
minus-
orcs. You've also got a battlefield of stuff to play
minus
across,
the big
and
Recon
effectively a
Mech on
combat
Docker rig,
patrol's
minus
worth
the
of
3
battlefield
Eradicators
terrain
with heavy
for combat patrols.
bolters.
So like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Um,
This is essentially everything you need to get
yeah,
started
so
with
it's
first
basically
game
the
of
launch box
40,000,
minus
all in
like a
one
couple
box.
units.
All the models are push fit.
No
the training
no
units
jump
put together.
chaplain.
It's got the game board and all of the pieces.
The
pieces marked out
boss,
to put your terrain on,
the
so you can just play straight out of this box.
the
if you
other
want.
boss.
yeah, it's also got all the rules and stuff.
Big
in there.
boss?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. You've got your core rules and then the sort of
Big
the
boss.
guide for using the models that are in the
Yeah.
box.
No big mech,
so
no big boss.
this is the first
No
of
banner
the starter
nom.
products that we're going to talk about right now, but there's more to come. So what if you wanted to get started in Warhammer 40,000? You don't want the 2-player launch set, and you just want maybe
Okay, all right.
a
So this is
starter
the game
set which
started with
focuses on
just
one
the
of the factions.
Marines.
Well, this
All right,
is
sure.
getting started with Space Marines, and is the same combat patrol that you saw in the previous box, and it comes complete with the paints that you would need to.
I
do
mean,
your
this
first paint
is
jobs on the
good.
models.
You know,
There's
like
11 paints
it's
in the
always
set.
good to have
So you can,
deals and
get started
sets.
right
Like
away
that's
with the
always a
edits
good
and
thing.
Yeah, as
Yeah, and
somebody
this
who's
is perfect
standing out, I
if
think
you've
I
already
would
got a
like
gaming
something
group.
like
They've
this,
already
you
got
know?
their boxes.
Yeah, that'd
so
be
split
good
them
for
up.
new
An
people.
odd
It's
number of
just-
players, and what if you want
This
Space
is
Marines,
totally
you can
fine.
grab
It's
yourself
just
this
not
set
for me
and
'cause I already
start
have all
playing
this
with
shit,
your
so I'm like-
self-contained
Also-
starter set for Space Marines.
I'm just
It
not a
will perhaps
Space Marine
surprise
person,
nobody
you know?
to know there is an orc equivalent.
Now these
Yeah,
though,
this is
now the
almost
orcs.
exactly
Oh
the
yeah,
same
no, I
green.
would orc. I would orc.
So
no,
you
orc
like,
in your
this
shit.
would be my
Combat patrol for
box.
orcs,
Yeah, this would
then
be
you've
my
got a bunch of
box.
variously orky paints. So this is a great
love
little
orc.
set if you want to kick off an orc army.
Yeah, and I think one of the things to note here, you've already said it, but if you're just looking to sort of join in with an existing
sick.
group, or
I love
maybe
the
just
add-on
start
it,
one of
not
these
gonna
armies
lie,
for the
though.
first time and
Yeah,
you're
no,
already
it's good.
in Warhammer 40,000, this really is a great way to do it because you because you get the paints you would need to kickstart that painting process too.
Or if you just have an orc army and you just want loads more
Just
boys.
want a bunch of
Just want
reinforcements.
loads more orcs.
Yeah, no kidding. There's
can I
another
shit?
way to get started as well, which is this introductory set, and I find this one to be quite exciting. You've got some Space Marines and some Orcs and some paints, and you can have a gaming experience, but it's really sort of a first steps into the Warhammer.
Okay,
40,000
that's
gaming
cute.
and-
That's
That
cute.
that's
I like
okay.
It.
Yeah, it's a
that's
little bit of everything, and the thing that's cool
that's
about this
cute
to
because
point
it
out
comes with
is that
some
while
dice.
the other
and
sets,
A
the
bunch of
miniatures are the
paint.
same.
There's a
ones from the
ruler and a
40,000 Armageddon set.
brush.
These ones are
Honestly, that
brand
reminds
new
me of the
miniatures. So
D&D
you've got
set
5
set
intercessors
too.
in there.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Space Marine Lieutenant. It's been
That's
like a whole
all
week
right.
since we had a new Space Marine Lieutenant.
couldn't have come
had
soon
to have
enough.
one. And then you've got a new unit of Orc Boys. Orc Boys are the same kind of unit.
This
as the ones
has-
you get in
this
Armageddon,
better
but they've
be
got different
like
poses, and critically,
$100
you've also got some heavy and
and no
special
more.
weapons.
It has to be
You've
like
got a big shooter and a
$99.99.
rocket launcher inside.
That thing rolls
So
out
you've
like
got to add in some
150. That's a
extra
whole
shooting
bunch of
into
bull.
your big Orc mobs you
that's
can,
bullshit, yeah.
and
I
all
wouldn't
the
buy
characters
that.
are kind of new poses as well. So it's quite a cool little set.
I get weirdly excited about all the different poses of intercessors, particularly these. Sort of push-up ones that are easy to build.
$250 because of the
Somebody
brush.
split that set with me, Eddie.
Wait, but
this thing is
hinting.
push
There you
fit?
go. We're on.
Oh.
Right. There's also
yeah.
some paint sets. This is the paints and tool set. This would
That's
synergize perfectly with
fine.
that
It's
Warhammer
probably gonna be like
40,000 starter set. We
$50
get the combat
though,
controls.
because those
It's got
paints are
13
super
paints,
overpriced.
Clippers, mold line removing tool, and a brush. Everything you need to get started with your painting journey.
Well, so I wonder
If
how
you've
good
never
those
painted
little
Warhammer
snippets
models
are.
before, this would be a good thing.
Push
Yeah,
push
this
fit
is a lovely
basically
little
lets
set.
you like
I
put it
started with
together
a
without
set
needing
a
glue.
lot like this when I started
Yeah, like
playing
the
Warhammer.
pegs.
Yeah,
And
like the
paint
pegs
all
and
the
stuff.
things with
I
the
still
boxes.
think you
You've
should
got
glue
all the
it,
primary
but, you
colors
know.
and then
No, I
black
think
and white
gluing is
and
cool, 'cause then you
metallics
can,
and,
like, really
some really
customize
useful
it.
little tools. So
Yeah.
this is just a really solid base for a paint.
Yeah,
collection.
absolutely. If you want one a little more themed towards a particular army, you can start with this, which is very much like the set I started painting with Warhammer,
think
which was
push
an
fit's
Orcs
good
paint
for
set back in
very,
the day.
very
This is
Push
boys and
fit
paints.
is
So you've got
monopose,
6 paints and
which
a
is
brush
its
and a couple of
limitation.
Orc boys and a
But
Yeah, that's what I meant by,
again,
like,
just dip your
making
toe
it
into the
it's
painting
easier
experience
for
and,
people
see
who
how
are
you get along.
new. Yeah.
There's a Space
Yeah.
Marine equivalent, which is intercessors and paints. Again, 6 paints, a brush, and 2 Space Marine intercessors. Ooh, deep breath. That was a lot of ways to
Again,
start your
that's
Warhammer
cool. Not for
40,000
me, but
experience.
that's cool.
And I
Not-
think it'd be a good
I don't know
time
if it'd
to,
be
like,
for me
introduce
either,
your
'cause I wouldn't
friends
wanna buy
or,
paint from
a
other people.
family member
Yeah.
or relative or whatever that you want.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Sorry,
a really-
sorry,
it's a
sorry.
really good time
I'm
to
getting
start playing
monuments,
Warhammer
paints,
40,000.
and
It's a brand new
army
edition
and
now. Everyone's kind of in the
Vallejo
same
stuff
place.
instead,
Everyone's
please.
together.
This is
A
just
dropper
kind of-
bottle for me, please.
I love it. So, it follows on quite nicely. We're going to talk about some terrain now. So we've got some really interesting terrain kits to point out and talk about. The first is
Okay.
Combat Patrol Battle Zone.
Sure.
So this is all of the terrain you see here in a box, along with the game boards and the tiles to the terrain prints to put the terrain on. This is everything you need in one box to play a complete game of Combat Patrol.
Yeah, and if
So-
you've already
so-
bought the starter set,
Oh,
you
we give
add
a
this box
combat
onto the
patrol,
starter set,
not
you
even a
actually
full,
have
not even a
full
full board.
to
Oh,
boards worth of terrain for something like an incursion or 2,000-point game
Yep.
of Warhammer
right,
40,000.
here's the
or
thing.
in a self-contained
Um,
set, it is the exact terrain.
I
stuff
often
to
tell
play
people that
Yeah,
like
and worth pointing out this.
there's a lot of people who are like, I want a 3D print. I want a 3D print stuff.
Unpainted,
And
so
like,
all of
I'm
these
like,
terrain
hey,
pieces,
the
they come
plastic
on the,
miniatures
the
that
grey
Games
plastic you're
Workshop
familiar
makes
with,
are actually
easy to
really
put
good.
together, and then you
They're
can paint them
really
colour
fun to
schemes
make.
suit
They're
your
really fun
beforehand
to
with
build. They're
armies or whatever
great
you want.
quality.
Yeah.
They're
This
really
set,
good. And I
Combat
generally
Patrol set,
recommend you don't
comes in
3D
around
print
the
your
same price as
miniatures.
a Combat Patrol itself.
Perfect.
However,
Right, if you
the
want to add more things to it,
terrain
or you just want to focus on building a terrain board that
is
suits your own preferences,
often
we've got a few little terrain sets to talk
insanely
about. This is the
overpriced.
Manufactured Ruins, which are those sort of
I'm
like-
actually
building
very
shapes that you're
curious.
like
It's like
ludicrously
outside
some of these
overpriced.
in that Combat Patrol set that we
They
just
look
showed you
kind of
before.
all right, but normally the
There's
Games
more.
Workshop terrain
There's
is
also the Combat
ludicrously
Network. This represents
overpriced.
these,
And so
power
I
lines and
tend
things
to
that run across
recommend
the, sort of ash waste Armageddon,
rolling up the
and
printer
it's a
or
wonderful
finding
way
a
to,
friend who
bring
can
some
when it comes
character
to
your battlefield.
terrain.
And then you've got the capacitor
as
cluster here,
opposed to
which looks like
buying
it's
this
riding
stuff.
with electricity, and you've got like a really unfortunate servitor trapped in the console at the front.
Also,
Yeah, life's pretty
call me
tough.
Unk, but I really liked
It's
making
not the best.
like
Now, all of that
fusion
is really
reactors
exciting
out of like
terrain.
old
All
Coke
comes
cans and
unpainted,
shit. So
and it's all
No,
coming
that's
fairly
I like
soon down the
Warhammer a
pipe.
lot.
That's
I
what
think
it's all
really
fun.
Something
cool.
else we need to explain to people that you've already talked about a little bit with Aiden on a video before, right?
That's absolutely right. Currently, all the terrain in my collection is Eddie painted. Very
Perfect.
soon, I will be able to also benefit from ready painted terrain. This is the new ready painted
painted.
Battlefield Armageddon box. and this
pre-painted
is
terrain.
everything you need for a full incursion size game of
much do you
Warhammer
think this is?
40,000 in one box.
Incursion
and
size
all of the
game, so
terrain
it's
in this
1,000
comes
points, not
ready
2,000
painted
points.
and ready to go.
Yeah, the box is enormous. It is jam-packed with absolutely loads of fantastic terrain, and we've got one here to open.
gotta be,
so what we
like-
thought we'd do is actually just crack one open and build one of the terrain pieces
Yeah.
in it
So
nice and
while-
quickly to show you what it's like.
While Adam tells you about it,
It's
I'm
going
gonna
to be
build
like
one of the
so
terrain pieces
expensive.
in
That's
here.
the problem.
Great,
I'm
show you
running
how
into.
quickly-
Get
Building
clipping,
Train
right? So
Bill
what we've got
Nye
is some
with us,
nice
man.
pictures to
They're
show you
showing
while
us.
Eddie gets feverishly to work. So
They're
he
being
can see
Bill
what
Nye.
you're dealing with.
Yeah, they're doing a
Essentially,
little
it is
Bill
a
Nye
full
presentation for us.
battlefield's worth
Science
of already
rules.
painted terrain. Try and talk over the rummaging and crashing of Eddie.
What actually
the
annoys
set
me here is
comes
this
with
is
the
an
game boards
incursion,
that
which
you
is
need.
1,000
It has
points.
the
A normal game of
terrain
Warhammer is
markers
2,000
so you know
points.
where to put your terrain
So
pieces
this
onto.
would be half the
Obviously,
table.
the terrain is painted to a.
Guess what I said?
ready
Isn't it
painted
half
to a
size?
brilliant
Yeah, that's half
so
the
if you're
table.
looking to just clip
Dude.
things out from the frames, put it together quickly.
Guys, I
and
need you to
start
look up
playing a
something
game,
called
Warhammer 40,000
Warhammer.
on a battlefield that looks really good.
And they also
This
have a
is wonderful
podcast.
way to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to be enormously popular with people who, like me at home. I've already got my own
I mean, it's
terrain
cool
board.
looking, but it's
if I
really
wanted to
so
host a game night and I wanted
I
maybe
just-
like three
I
friends
don't know,
together,
man.
so we could,
Those
like,
Coke
play
cans are
round-robin
looking
style games,
real
this would enable them to do it nice
saucy
and
right
quickly.
now.
You can imagine gaming clubs and tournaments and all of those people who
Are
have a
Incursion
need
and Strike
for a
Force the
night
same
to be able
table
to do it
size
quickly
now?
Are going to find this to be really exciting.
I think the terrain is different though,
Ooh,
isn't
there
it?
you go.
People
I'll
to
show you what it
details?
looks like. Here you
Isn't
go.
the
If we can
density
zoom in on
different?
this. So this is a piece directly off of the frame that Eddie has just worked on, and you can see the level of detail. You've got the fantastic glow effects around the sort of the lumens and the candles. And
Is it,
so
oh, that
on.
might be different for 11th.
Inside, you can
Hold
see the
on.
interior detail. Some within. The
I might
sort
be.
of,
I might be. I might be
the walls, you
telling
can see
lines.
this sort of chipped,
Wow, he's spreading this
very
information
Incursion
nicely done sort of
11th
corrosion dripping
edition
down the walls.
terrain
Really
map.
is a very impressive piece of terrain.
Almost there. Almost there.
So now we've got two. Now I always try and put these together too early, so I don't want to ruin doing it. So essentially, it just push fits. One of the things that we've discovered, the guys who run our global events are really excited about this because it's going to
Okay, it
enable them
looks
to put together
less.
large battlefields very quickly, and you can also
It does look less,
unclip these things,
but
when you're
it's the
ready
same
to, and
size
put it
board.
into a relatively
So I think-
small space.
Yeah, the
There
whole
you go.
thing actually. If you
Hmm.
leave the kind of floors off, then the whole thing. Oh, they took clip out those.
Oh, they're struggling. Oh no.
I mean,
oh
the
no,
pu-
they're
These are a
supposed to
bit more
make this look
clipping.
good.
Well, the push fit's kind
Take the
of
floors out,
the
the
push
whole
fit
thing
idea is
packs back
kind
into
of
the
neat
There you go.
for storage, but then like
Which is nice if you're looking.
It's
for
good
some
also, they
story
said, for
models.
like setting up stuff for tournaments, which I
We're almost
agree.
there.
I do agree.
Perfect. So
I
one of
would-
the things
I
I think
would-
that's quite nice about this is I
I would
speed
pay
painted my
money
entire
to
battlefield.
find
It
a
took me
tournament
all of a
organizer
Saturday to
who
build,
does their
and then all of a
tournaments
Sunday to
with
speed paint,
Games
and it's
Workshop
still not of
terrain.
the same quality.
I would be fucking shocked.
The amount of time it's taken.
I have
Wait,
ne-
that's
I have
true.
not
Wait,
seen
wait.
I have not
And it really
seen
does
a
look like
legitimately
bulkhead
bought
door
piece of
inside.
Games Workshop
I couldn't
terrain
walk
at a
outside.
tournament
I'm
in
pretty
my
pleased with this. I'm
life.
quite pleased with the effect I've got on some of the.
I
the
would
glow
love
there
for
as
this to
well. I
just
think
break
the
and make
dry
like the
brushing,
Lego
Are you
I have a
sound.
tweet on
taking
this.
credit for all this work?
Yeah,
Alan?
yeah,
That would
I
be
just made
so
this, you're
funny.
sorry.
Like,
That'd
they
be
try to
funny.
show it
Yeah,
off,
lovely.
and it just dink.
Nice. So this is on its way later in the year. Will come.
I mean,
behind
look,
all
the
of other
painting is
stuff, of course,
nice.
that we
It
just
looks
talked about.
fine.
It looks nice, yeah.
And so
It
you're
looks
looking More
fine.
towards the autumn time.
I don't know.
or
I'm one of those
beyond,
people that like
Yeah,
me
and in
painting
terms
something on
of
my own
price,
feels better.
this one comes
but-
in.
Well, yeah, of
it has
course.
twice as much
But
terrain
this is for like people who
as
just
the
want to
combat
play.
patrol
You know?
battlefield,
Yeah.
and it comes in at a little bit more than the cost of 2 combat patrols.
There you go. So yeah, really
A
exciting.
little more than the cost of 2
Okay,
combat
so,
patrols.
We've talked about all of the starter sets. We've talked about all of the terrain, the ready paint terrain. Very exciting.
So
We're going to
$300?
talk a little bit about the things that are coming along with the
Jesus.
first Codex of
Yeah,
11th
we should
edition.
probably do that.
So it's time to look at some orcs.
Okay,
Orcs!
orcs. There we go. Finally, finally.
Orcs! Yes! 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 I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
Wait,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
The best trucks.
Oh my god.
They's got all the gubbins and guns. Grabbing
Okay, I need to get a fidget or I'm gonna
wait.
explode. Okay.
That's okay.
You name it. Remember, walking is for kicks and grots. Go fast or go home.
Vehicles may explode when fired upon. Safety of transported boys isn't
A brand new mech
Wait.
and truck.
It's a good time to be an orc.
Wait, that looks great.
They are getting absolutely spoiled. We can confirm today the first
Daka,
codex
daka.
is
That's
And
fantastic.
alongside the codex, there are a whole bunch of new miniatures. One of the most exciting miniatures on its way is that new truck and that new mech, which are on their
We
way.
talk about the mech first.
Let's do the mech first. So, orc mechs, those of you who know orcs will know, these are the mechanics that basically put together all of the weird and
Oh, we're
wonderful
so back. We're so
creations
back.
that's going to battle
Oh my God.
alongside
Oh
your
my God, I
orcs.
love
They are
orcs.
surprisingly
They look
good
so
at
good.
fighting.
He's
Yeah.
got
Knowledge
a
is make
bolt.
The
awesome
bolt,
things
the
out of
bolt
it.
in his
as-
mouth
as a
and like
cigar.
cigar.
Kind of
Yeah,
inherited
cigar.
knowledge in terms of how to make things like teleporters and trucks and guns and
I
shooters.
wish I had
and-
those skills.
I
I'd be
mean,
much
you know,
more
you
useful.
play
Well, now I
it,
gotta get a
so you can do it.
toothpick.
But yeah, this is a really cool miniature. It has a kind of really thematic.
I like
He's
the
got a kind of
backpack crane.
Wait.
clobber thing
There
there.
we
He's
go,
got a
you
slugger.
get-
But the thing that he really does is kind of bring with him all of the awesome machines that make orc army so fun to
And
play.
Orc
and-
fixation
So
of the
with no further
orcs.
ado, let's talk
Oracle
about the truck then,
fixation.
which is maybe the star of that show.
Guys, I got Oracle
this
fixation.
is the new orc truck. It's an evolution of the
That
classic
truck
orc
goes
that you know and love.
insane, by
It's
the way.
A little bit
actually
bigger,
so
with a few more
fucking sick,
options.
I'm not
It
gonna
is
lie to you.
really
You should go
wonderful
look
to
up
at.
the
It comes with
old
a
orc
variety of
truck.
options. In terms of weapon
Old-
mounts,
okay,
you've
what
got
is
the big shooter.
because
the
this is
rocket
a
launcher,
huge
you have
upgrade.
options
This
for a
looks
gravitor
fantastic.
and a buzzsaw.
I'm like,
and
I
all
mean,
of those can be
this
swapped in
looks so
positions
sick.
on the
I'm
top, so you
vibrating
can
right
build
now.
different configurations.
Oh
There's a
my
great
God.
variety of
Yeah,
making
right?
trucks.
Yeah, this is a phenomenally
Wow.
cool miniature. Like the current truck is really cool, right? The
Absolutely.
truck that is in current orc armies is a perfectly good vehicle, but it's been
Oh,
with
looks
us for a
like
long time
broken
now, right?
down,
Like
too.
it's been
What is it,
Yeah,
15
this is
years
great.
something like that.
This
Yeah,
is
it's been around
great.
for a while. So this is a
Wow.
beautiful reinvention of it. The thing that really makes this is the fact that you can build it in so many different ways. Where the pintle mount goes, where the close combat weapon goes, how the boys are positioned, what the driver looks like,
Even
what
here
goes
on
on
the
the
screen, you can see the way it looks like it's going.
I also love how the truck is so heavily open
yeah, you
topped,
can kind of
so
play
you
with
could
where the
kit bash
wheels
the
are, and I
shit
think
out of this.
especially if you've gone
That's
for a
so
really heavy sort
exciting,
of
yeah.
evil sun,
I like
or
the
speed
ram
freak
thing in the
style
front. It's
army,
like Mad
and you want
Max.
to have a
Yeah.
bit of variety in your force. This one kit with no changes at all.
Yeah, the
from what comes in box
lopsidedness, that's
can
what I
be
think is
built
really sick,
mo-
too.
Enough
That's
times
cool.
that you would never need to replicate what a single truck looks like.
Yeah, so we've got a couple here on the desk. The one I'm most excited by is the one with this awesome looking skull prow at the front.
They said
It
this
just
is
looks
one
like
of
mean
many
and orky.
new
This sort of
models
whole skull
also
motif of the
for
orcs is so
the
iconic.
Orc Codex. I actually they would
really
only do like
fantastic.
2 or
Now,
3,
what we wanted
but
to
the
do,
fact that
reason
they're
we
doing
brought
a
these
bunch is
along
cool
so I can
because
sandwich
they
this
also
in
got a
the
bunch of
market between
updates
us.
from the
Show
Armageddon
you,
box.
If you've already got some orc trucks in your collection, how nice they're going to look. Don't want to mangle the models, Adam. I
I'm
know,
getting
right?
this. I don't
Yeah,
care.
I mean,
So
I mean
this is
that
how it looks with
that
the
old
classic
orc truck
in
is
between.
is
It's a really good
fine.
look. I think
Yeah,
people
but
are
like-
gonna
Not
like it.
bad.
trucks in your army, you
it's
can
definitely
absolutely
like a
keep them
good
alongside these new ones.
scaled
I
up
think
glow
there's
up,
something
you
to be
know.
said for an orc army.
No,
It's got the
one looks
ramshackle look to
HD.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, it's actually a great way to put it.
Or
Yeah.
if you want to have a mix, that's absolutely fine. But I think the new ones just bring. They just look great. They've got so many cool options.
Yeah, I agree.
They're going to look phenomenal.
Nice. So that's a couple of fantastic brand new kits
I'm doing a
coming
hand
for the
cam with it, I
orcs.
don't care.
There's more on
So
the way that people might be able to learn about through the progress of the Deathmire.
Yeah,
events.
that's right. So there's lots of orc stuff still to come. Some of the stuff we're
Orc
showing you
TX.
today, some of it will be revealed potentially if the orcs do well in the Siege of Deathmire campaign that's currently running. So if you want to see some more orcs,
okay.
play some games, send in your results, and you might get to see some more very, very soon.
But where does
There
Calgar
are
fit in
a few
this?
other boxes to talk about today. Though we've got the other stuff
Motherfucker.
from Armageddon.
Yeah, that's right. So essentially, if you wanted to,
Oh,
pick
nice.
up some of the things from Armageddon
the
or duplicate them,
individualized new,
we're going to be releasing the Dakar rig
the
separately,
new
the
things
Warcraft
in the
separately,
Armageddon
and the
box.
Weird Boy separately, and also the other sort of command staff. Is that
Oh, the
right
Weird
word for
Boy.
it?
Sure, why not?
So the
love the
Banner
Weird
Knob, the Big Boss, and the Pain Boy will be releasing a command crew set as well. So there's a whole bunch of extra stuff to come. We should probably talk a bit about the Codex itself, though, right?
Yes.
That's funny.
So, obviously,
Independent
this is
suspension
first
on the
Codex
wheels.
of 11th edition.
Huge.
and it
That's
heralds
oh,
something really
so
exciting in
wait,
terms of
that's
reform
good
of
art.
the
That's
Warhammer
good.
40,000 Codex.
That's so
So here you can
sick.
see.
That
it's,
is so much
contained in
better
a
than the
suitcase,
11th
and we've
edition
got one
one.
live in front of you.
Oh my
10th
God.
edition
It's
one.
a
Shit.
perfect bound book, slightly smaller than the Codexes in terms of the height, but it is really thick and is
Sorry.
packed with an incredible
Oh,
amount
it's
of awesome
there's a
content.
paperback version
178
now.
pages it is.
Perfect. And the
Oh.
first thing that I would like to just eulogize on is how
I guess it'd be good for
incredible
traveling.
the lore section for this is. We are talking a really thick lore section, which is everything you would want to know about the orcs. And how they
Okay.
operate.
A
It's got
thick lore
gatefold
section
map
I've
you
been
can see
waiting
here,
for
which is
a
the
while
orky
now.
perspective on the galaxy, all the places
Because they really
Oh,
fucked that up in
yeah.
10th. They
Place.
really fucked that up in 10th.
But there's a lot more to it than that. It talks about the orcs, where they come from, how they
Well, yeah,
fight,
maybe it'll
their
be cheaper
culture,
for people
the
because
different
it's like
clan
not
structures.
headback.
I would love it to
Literally
be.
the most
Okay, that looks
complete guide on
great.
orcs you could hope for, and perhaps the most
Wow.
information
Okay,
on orcs
okay.
has ever been in one place. Every unit gets its own full
like
bestiary
that one.
section, for example.
That-
information on the
that
glyphs,
is
information on, like, what
way
what
better
looks
than the
like.
old
It's
one.
Really great.
I can't
Also,
wait for it to be the
you might
same
interested
price
in
because
the-
it's Games Workshop.
Yeah, so one of the big changes to the rules in this codex versus the previous ones was in the last edition, there was quite a lot of rules in your codex,
don't
but
do
quite a lot of
cheaper?
them you
My
couldn't
bad.
use in all the different types of games. So if some of it you could only use in Crusade games, for example, all of the rules in this codex, and there are at least as many rules in this one as there were in the last one, you
Yeah.
can use in every type of game. One of the ways that manifests, you'll immediately notice, is the amount of detachments that you get to play with. There are 15 different orc detachments in this codex.
That's loads of ways to use
Loads
it.
of different
Holy
ways to
hell.
use it,
Yeah,
and
that's
they're
good
ranging
shit.
from
That's like
lots of different
5
sizes
more
in
than
terms
they
of
currently
detachment
have.
points. It gives you a huge variety of
Wait.
different
What's
ways
the
that
new
you can
ones?
potentially put
Runt
an army
Swarm
together.
sounds like a
Some of
Gretchen
these you could
detachment.
probably guess at the themes. There are like
The
some fast
Mad
ones, some
Cat
stompy
Mech.
ones,
Yeah, the
some
Fly
all
Boys
of-
gives itself away, doesn't
Right,
it?
like,
Fly
there's some ones you
Boys.
could probably guess at, but there'll be loads of brand new ways that you could put together an orc army that's just never been possible before.
Dude, that's
And it gives
insane.
you a
I
sense
can't wait
of
for Sisters to
what
get
codexes
5.
will feel like in the
Wreckers,
new edition, where they'll
wreckers.
bring
The
this
wreckers.
huge variety
Yeah,
of
wreckers.
list
I
building
love orcs, man.
Yeah,
This is-
absolutely.
that's
And
actually
there's-
crazy.
There's more to it than just the detachments. Obviously, the rules have been looked at by the Warhammer team.
Wow, okay.
Come up with some things. This is the army
Reroll
special
advance rolls,
essentially.
riled
so,
up.
War, right?
5
You
of
have-
Binville
you can't have
save,
war- you can't have an orc
assault
codex
and ranged
without
attacks.
The war rule has changed a little bit, so there'll be some things that are familiar. There's some slight changes. It still allows
You
you
can use this
to
ability to do friendly orc
run and
units, and
charge,
with the war ability, you're
but it
riled
now
up
lets you
until the end of
re-roll
the
that run as well. It also lets you have assault on all of your weapons, which is a thing it didn't used to do. So that means that if you've got
Oh,
a
wow.
shooty army, so like speed freaks, you've got loads of like bikes and buggies and things.
Yeah, we're
that-
gonna stand back
So
and
orcs
flash
can
it.
re-roll
that's
advance
immediately
rolls
really
in
useful.
general.
And it also gives you the riled up ability, which triggers
And
all sorts of
then-
things
and then
all
you
the
can-
sort of
and then
different
you
bits of
can,
the codex, where
so they
other
get reroll
units
advance
become
rolls, and
more
then they can
powerful. And you still
activate
get
the
invulnerable
wah
save as well to make your
It's
orcs
a really
to,
great
it's a
rule.
really, really good rule. For one turn of the game, you'll have a
to
great
get
turn
the
every
wah
single
effects
day.
now. It's the
Yeah,
5
and
of
then all of the
Binville,
units within
and
the
assault
codex
now on
have
your
had their,
guns.
data sheets looked at. So here's the truck
Oh,
that we
here's the
showed
new
you
one.
before, and you can see what's gone on with it. So you can see the different weapon options and things to give you a
Cleave,
sense of what it means
Blast
for your codex.
2.
Yeah, so what you'd expect, it still kind of has a similar-ish stat line to what the truck does at the moment. It is a kind of medium-sized vehicle.
Oh,
The
interesting.
things that
It
you'll
has
notice
lethal
are it has
hits.
more weapon options than
But it
used to.
has
So you've got
lethal hits
options there for different
against
combat weapons,
non-monster
different
and
shooting weapons.
vehicle.
And piling
So it's
out
lethal
is
hits
quite a
specifically
nice
Yeah,
thing.
you've got a really
for
cool little
those
mechanic
things.
where if an
So
enemy
you
unit gets
can't
nearby,
make it too
something
powerful
like
to
a fire
spam
dragons
and get
or,
lethal on.
elimination
That's
techniques is ready to kind
good.
of, that
That's a
ready
neat
to
lever to
kill your
pull.
truck.
Jax,
You can
pull the
pile boys
lever,
on,
Jax.
ready to kind of countercharge or to
Wrong
avoid being caught in
lever!
explosions
Sorry.
or something like that. It's a really useful little rule. It's got some quite neat little tactical plays you can do with it. So I think trucks are gonna be very useful.
Interesting.
Yeah, perfect. And then in terms of other data sheets that have been looked at, it'd be worth looking at the Orc Boys, who really have had something of a stat
Lethal
line
hits,
blow up,
non-monster
I'd say.
vehicle,
so
lethal
there's
hits,
a lot
non-monster
going
vehicle.
on this data sheet. and I think I would
Interesting.
recommend if you've got an
That's
archive, take a
new.
screenshot. There's
Yeah,
cool stuff
now
there.
is the moment to record this.
There's the first
can't
thing you'll
wait to
notice
learn
is there's
what
Oh my
loads
God,
of
the
weapon
big-
options.
the
So one
big
of the things
chopper
we got
has
asked a lot
cleave
about
too.
The Armageddon box was, is that all
You
the
roll up
options
to a
that you also have
20-man
in the
unit of
edition?
guard,
It
and then
absolutely
you're
isn't.
like,
You've got
oh,
loads
it
of different
gets
choices.
it
In
gets
fact,
more than
8
you've had
more
recently.
fucking
more than I
attacks.
think you've ever had for an orc unit.
Nope,
You've
3
got some
wounds.
classic stuff returning, so you've got a burner back in this.
Big
unit.
Oh, he does
fan
have
of
3
not
wounds.
having
You're
hit.
right.
Which is pretty cool.
Oh,
and you've got
shit.
loads of
3
different options
wounds.
for
3
your
wounds,
boss's weapon.
knob.
And the thing I want to draw your attention to is almost kind of tucked away right at the bottom of that stat line. There is the strength. Of
The
a basic
burners
orc
have
boy
3
is now
shots with
5.
blast 1
And that
now
is-
Such bad news.
instead of
That is an
D6.
across the Codex update to your orcs. Every single orc is at least strength 5 all of the time now. So that goes
5
for boys. It
strength
also
orcs.
goes for
Yeah,
your
orcs
kind
are
of beast
thick.
snaggers and all of the things like your knobs and war bosses and
beefy
everything
boys.
get commensurate.
There's that squig on his
increase as
shoulder,
well.
too.
So you're already
don't
pretty
worry, I
scary
saw the
orc.
squig on the
It's
shoulder.
even scarier all the time. in Codex.
I'm all about that
Fantastic. I
squig
think,
on the shoulder.
It just looks like a load of great information. I'm really excited
I'm going to
about
have a
this
great
codex.
time with this Codex.
Yeah,
I'm going to have a really good time.
And it heralds something really interesting. The last thing to talk about with the Codex is, obviously, in the back of it, it includes the code that you will put into your Warhammer 40,000 app to unlock and access the rules. It does something else on top of that. This is kind of like your passport to ongoing content for your Warhammer 40,000 Orc Codex throughout its lifespan. There will be regular drops of lore and rules so that you can continue to get great stuff out of your codex as the time continues. They've given us a sneak peek into some of the stuff that's coming, and it sounds both really cool and really thematic. So I'm quite excited to see what happens with that.
So what it already
I
is?
imagine all the other codexes. will come.
Yep, absolutely.
Perfect. So yeah, the first codex coming down the pipe is Warhammer. Warhammer.
I'm
40,000
so proud of
Orcs,
you, Games
and it
Workshop.
looks
You finally
Do stick
learned
around
how
for
to
more
meet
Warhammer
2016
later in the
standards.
preview
Yes,
as
yeah,
well,
we'll be
so do stick
returning
around.
to the
Guys,
the
we
41st
did it.
millennium,
We found out what
later on in the
technology
show.
is. We're not
For now,
cavemen.
though, we're going to segue into something which is quite interesting. We've talked a lot about ways to get people who are new to Warhammer started with Warhammer 40,000. So let's talk for a little bit about the Warhammer Academy.
The what?
What the fuck is Warhammer Academy? Do I need to go here?
God,
Wait, we got school tomorrow?
I don't want to go to school.
We have school tomorrow.
Where the fuck
Bricky,
did they
Bricky, Bricky, we have school tomorrow.
Did they film this in
Middle
the
Earth.
canyon in Andor? What the fuck are
No,
they?
it's Middle Earth, motherfucker.
Where the fuck are they going?
Wakey, wakey! It's time for school!
Wake up, Games Workshop customer. Capitalism demands your sacrifice. Get in the fucking cave.
This hole was made for me,
Wise
Bricky.
wizard beneath the mountain. We are in search of enlightenment. Long and difficult has been our journey, and many things are still hidden from us.
Tell me what you seek.
What is the difference between the Black Rage and the Red Thirst?
How do you get decals in the sleeve on a space on your
my
shoulder?
bad on that one. That's my
How
fault.
exactly do you use command points?
You!
So you seek to
He's
learn the ways
bald!
of
Sorry.
Warhammer.
It's the guy from the thing. What do you mean?
Sorry, it scared me, Oh.
Dude, this is just Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3
So,
Elite
why is
subscribe
Wizard beneath the
membership.
Wait, he has the cloak
What
now!
is the
This
Warhammer
is just
Academy?
MW3
So glad you're
COD
Eddie.
Elite.
Warhammer Academy is a really exciting thing that we've been working on behind the scenes here at Games Workshop for a while now. And is
In the
perfect
name of
way
Cain.
to answer the
Cain
questions
lives.
how to
Guys,
get
why would I
started
need this
with
when I can
Warhammer.
just harass
The idea
Bricky
is
and
that
learn?
people can come to
You
this
see?
website, which is free
Guys,
to
learn
use,
from me.
and
Just
they can get
harass Bricky
guided
and learn
first steps
Warhammer.
on how to begin exploring Warhammer. So there's going to be at launch like well over 100 videos, which are all video lessons that deal with the lore and collecting, with painting and modeling, and with gaming to get you on your first steps. I'm out of breath. I had to throw this costume on to get you started on your sort of first steps.
He
through
got
Warhammer.
Unk to put the costume on, and now he's out of
When
breath.
the website launches, it will focus on Warhammer 40,000 to coincide alongside all of these new starter products, so that people can like experience Warhammer for the first time and go through sort of learning all about the universe and what the factions and the armies are, and really going on that same journey that we've all been when we've been able to sit down with somebody.
I'm gonna
and talk all
DMCA
about
every
Warhammer is.
single tabletop
And then
simulator
you
thing,
put some
and now
amazing
all of
bits,
you
start really
get in the
basic, and then
fucking
go all the way through
cave.
some really great techniques. All
Go
about
get
Warhammer.
go get in the
That was
fucking
made for
cave.
you.
Takes it from the assumption you've never played a game of Warhammer before, and
They're
takes you
sending
all
us
the
to
way
the
through to
cave.
playing your first games of Combat Patrol, which we played and had a lot of fun with. And so you should be able to have a wonderful experience. If you are completely new to Warhammer, or there's somebody in your life
God,
that wants
wow,
to get
this is
started,
actually a
this
crazy
is a wonderful
onboarding
thing to
experience.
point
We
them
should
towards
copy
when
this
we
for
launch it,
Destiny too.
and they'll be able to take their first steps. If you want to sharpen your own
Yeah,
skills,
the
we talk
VTubers are
about,
crying out
as
in
we've been
pain
working
right
on the
now.
academy,
Don't make me
that
go
you
in the
can build your
cave! Don't
skills,
make
your
me go in the
confidence, and your
cave!
experience to get the
All
most
I
out of
wanted
this
to do was
wonderful
watch
Warhammer
Bricky
hobby that you
videos.
enjoy. And so
Listen,
the
chat,
whole purpose
you're
of
minus
this academy,
twoing me.
which is free
You're
to
minus
use,
twoing me
is to
because
get on board
holy
and
fuck
to
was the new
sharpen those
person
skills
in
and your confidence and have a great
onboarding
Sounds
rough.
wonderful.
Nice. And the releases alongside those Warhammer 40,000 starter sets that we talked about previously. So not long now, a month or so, and then you'll be able to see Warhammer Academy. for
This is Rob. Oh my god, this
really
cave
excited.
is full
Right.
of plastic
Now, I'm gonna get out of this
kraken.
costume, and while we do, let's travel to the old world.
That's good. That's good. Okay, old world.
Old world.
Chaos.
Ooh! Computer enhance.
Ooh.
Ooh, wait!
Ooh, you have.
That looks
Oh,
sick.
oh hell yeah. Okay, Grand Cathay. Big fan of Grand Cathay.
Oh, they got their little flute too.
Put the recorder down. New Chaos Knights. And a fucking.
Ooh, that looks sick.
That's insane, though.
That looks so sick. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah.
Welcome back. I've returned.
Okay,
to normal,
okay.
and
All
we are
those
now
miniatures look
thrilled
good.
by
They
some
look
news
solid
for
and good.
Warhammer: The Old World. That was a
And then
great
they showed the
looking box of
dragon, and the
miniatures.
dragon looks fucking
There's a lot
insane.
to talk about. We've got some of the
Yeah,
models
yeah,
here
the
to get
dragon was
close-ups
the
on
best
in a
paint.
little while. For now, let's dive into that new two-player box for Warhammer: The Old
Two
World.
player.
This features two armies going head-to-head. You have the army of Grand Cathay going up against the Chaos Warriors. So within it, you will see in a moment the Cathay force. This is Grand Cathay. They're fairly recent.
I like the big
addition
fucking
to
they're quite
Warhammer:
huge.
The Old World.
It's Grand
And this
Cathay is
an army
very
you'll have already
clearly
seen before. So you've got the
China
Jade
inspired,
Warriors,
and
the Jade Lancers.
them having like the
Units you'll be
giant,
familiar with.
like
And
one-toothed
they're taking
ogre
a big
type
part
archetype
in
is
sort of
lovely.
It's really
ongoing
cool. It
struggles
kinda
in
looks
the old world at the
Mongolian to
moment.
me.
They've
I like it with, like, the
dispatched an enormous
horses.
force to aid against the Chaos
Possum, do
invasion
they
that's taking place.
throw some
It's a beautiful
Mongolian
army.
aesthetic in
We've seen it before.
into Cathay?
The showstopper
'Cause they
for
kinda
this new
combo
box
everything.
Is the wonderful new range of all plastic Warriors of Chaos which you'll find in the other half of this box set. So here you can see the Chaos Warriors themselves.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
an
in a
amazing
sense.
update
All right, cool.
to your Warhammer
Possum
Old
said it,
World
therefore
Warriors
it's
of Chaos.
true.
Warriors of
Okay.
Chaos, of course, one of the archetypal
God, I
villains,
love
one of the
that
archetypal
torso.
visuals, really, of Warhammer, the Old World. This is a really cool
Those look
army.
really cool.
All the bits in this are multi-part,
Oh, yeah, the
and these
ogres,
are
right.
all brand new.
Oh yeah, because the
custom
Ogre Mall
images.
tribes are
absolutely.
like
So the Chaos Warriors
Mongolian
are kind of the
inspired,
mainstay
right?
of
That's
the Warriors
right.
of
They
Chaos
remind
Army.
me of Shovel Knight.
These are elite heavy infantry in the best armor
That's-
that you
I
can
guess
get
so.
in Warhammer the Old World.
I
and
love
they
Shovel Knight.
stride forward
Ooh,
in
I
ranks
need
of
that dude
hard-to-kill
with
warriors, and
the
they
staff
will
with the
punish them when they
dismembered
get there.
guy.
Of course,
That's going to my
they are
Night
but,
Lords.
part of this new force.
That's
The
going to
other
my
part,
Night Lords
the most
quick.
iconic of the Warriors of Chaos units are the Chaos Knights. These are super elite heavy cavalry. Inside this new box, you get 4
This would be
Chaos
really
Knights.
cool for kit
It's a classic
bashing.
size. If you remember days of yore, you're going back in time a
Look
long
how-
way now.
You got the
Chaos Knights
horn.
would often
Yeah.
feature in units
Yeah.
of 4. So you have what you'd expect.
The horses
a
are kinda
champion, a
short-looking,
musician,
they're
a
kinda
standard
cute.
bearer, and then
There's-
an
yeah,
additional
right,
knight.
the stubby.
They can be swapped out with the lances that you see here in the picture.
And
so
you can
do a
add
big
into the
unit.
unit, obviously, and
Yeah,
make it
absolutely.
bigger.
You get 4 in the box. You'll be able to get more as time goes on.
Awesome.
So if you want to build bigger units
Nina,
of Chaos
the
Knights, you
horse is
certainly
here.
will be able to.
God damn
Chaos
you.
Knights are some of the hardest hitting and most dangerous cavalry units in all of Warhammer.
They're also just like the almost the archetypal heavy cavalry, right? Like
Yeah,
when
absolutely.
you build an army for Warhammer the Old World, you're like, well, I can take a
That
charge,
looks
but
so
could I
sick
take a
together,
charge from
though.
Chaos Knights?
Probably
It's like
not.
the absolute
Yeah,
pinnacle of
no,
the
they
hardest
do look
hitting
really
unit.
good. These
so
are just
lots
good
of people
minis.
very keen to include this unit in their army. If you've got a Chaos Force, so almost never see a Chaos Army without a unit of Chaos Knights. They're just so effective.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the force is led by some champions of chaos. You have one on foot and one on horse. This one here you can see is modelled as a battle standard bearer. The kit contains enough options that you can swap around the things. So in a moment, as we see the screen progress, you'll see some of the things you can do. It also has a chaos champion on a demonic mount.
I like the ram
This is
horn.
my favourite model in the
Yeah,
set.
that's
It is
really cool.
Beautiful, and is a really iconic image of
I
a
think
chaos
it looks like the artwork of Chaos Warriors from some of those old Warhammer Fantasy
yeah.
army books.
I actually have-
Everyone's yelling-
and the miniatures
everyone's
have
yelling,
finally got to
"Show
the point
the
where they
dragon
can
in
capture,
chat.
like,
Are they?
the thing that you sort of
Yeah.
imagined. Chaos
I
Warriors
keep-
what
Show
you
the
wanted them to look like
dragon!
all
I
those
keep
years ago.
keep
It's just
the
such a cool kit.
YouTube
I
chat
love the
off because
standard
it's
bearer as
normally
well. I
like
think this
a
champion
toxic
Oh
is
no,
one
it's
of the
bad.
best.
It's
Yeah, it's
bad.
really bad.
Yeah.
But
I'm
they
trying
are-
not to pay
Warhammer's
attention
yet
to it.
released.
But they
Yeah,
are
I'm a
right.
Chaos
I do
Army,
want to see the
Warhammer.
dragon.
I never have, but I would really like to get my hands on that model. I think it just works beautifully. So let's talk for a little bit about that box. It's a 2-player core box for Warhammer the Old World. It's essentially what you need to start playing Warhammer the Old World if you haven't before. It's an enormous box. It contains the armies. It also contains
No,
the
not
rulebook
you YouTube
and,
chat,
a
not my
master list.
YouTube
rulebook
chat.
is
The
same
chat on the
rules
stream.
currently used
Yeah, I'm
for
watching
Warhammer
the
Old
stream
World. So
chat.
it's
Not you
worrying
guys.
that
No,
it's
the
not
one
changing
the
the
one
rules
on
you're
the
playing
one
with.
that
One-
it's on the official
difference
Games
really
Workshop
with this
thing, not
rulebook
you.
and
There's
what you already have if you're
40K
already
people
playing the Old
watching,
World,
so
is
you
that
can
the
only imagine
erratas
how
and
it
things that
is.
exist online are woven into this, so that should make
The
life a little
father
easier.
Just
hates
this book,
us.
you don't
He
need to worry about any
hates
of that
us.
stuff.
Exactly.
He
And then,
hates-
further
No.
down
They
has
hate
an additional
Corey.
section called Battle
I'm gonna
Mark.
smooch a
We'll
little
talk more
brickle
about
on the
that in a
forehead.
little
I
while.
saw another miniature when we were showing off some of that.
Yeah,
chaos
we'll
stuff.
just talk about the muster list before we go. Muster list is the rules for the models that are in the box. There you go. This is how to play Warhammer all in one handy box, and is very exciting and continues the thing
Absolute
that we know and love.
dorks.
Now,
Let's talk dragons, Adam.
yeah, let's talk dragons. We're all very
There
excited.
we
Just
go.
like the
Dragon.
thing in the entire preview. It is such a show-stopping model.
That
this
is
is the
so
Warriors
cool.
of Chaos Lord on Chaos Dragon, and there's so much to talk about. Eddie?
You just get a sense of the size of it just from that shot where it was
Yeah, I
already
like the
taller than the
dragon. I
3-story
really like
building
the
Yeah, no
behind
kidding.
it. It is an absolutely enormous, phenomenally cool miniature for Warhammer the Old
Our
World. I
YouTube
think
chat,
probably
shut up. Look at the
biggest
dragon.
monster
Ooh,
we've
look at the
had
dragon.
in
It's got to be
Ooh.
right
the
up there,
veins.
and there
Jingle-
seems
jingle
to be
the-
and the
it's,
wings.
I'm gonna
Warhammer
jingle
World
this
Lord.
this tape
There's
measure
things
in
to
front of
talk
you.
about. First, I wanna just,
Ooh, look at the
wax
dragon.
lyrical on how
Okay.
cool Chaos Dragons are. We've seen this.
They
image
kind of made the
before.
wings
Chaos
look like a
Dragons with
ball
two
sack,
heads.
but
There used to be
it looks really cool.
like a special
Is that's the
Yeah,
first thing?
Yeah,
you-
Garak
you
the
I'm
like?
sorry, I'm
Chaos
sorry, I'm
Dragon,
sorry,
which was the
I'm
one
sorry,
that
I'm
How would you know
Little-
what that
And then
looks
before
like,
that,
huh?
you had
Huh? Huh?
That's right.
Happy
Yes.
Pride, by the way.
I've been
former
to
College of
fucking
Magic in
the
the
science
Empire
class. What do you
character
mean?
who was on a
Like where they
two-headed
teach
Zechian
you
dragon.
things?
Well, that's a
Fucking-
long time
Oh,
ago.
great. Now I
We've never
can't.
had a
Now it's just the
plastic version,
scrotum
a
Drake.
plastic
I can't
two-headed
unsee
Chaos
this
Yeah,
now.
Dragon. It's been a
scrotum
long
Drake.
time
I
coming.
hate that.
Look
I
at the
hate.
scrotum.
even
I
Look at the
hate-
scrotum
Your-
Drake.
your
You love
problem-
the scrotum
This
Drake.
is a
It
really
looks-
cool model.
it's also what we sometimes call
You
a
said
duplicate
okay to
in
me
that
being
you can
here.
make a different option with it. So you've seen the Chaos Lord. This is a sorcerer lord, and there's some differences. The first is the rider. Obviously, he's now a hunched and wizened chaos sorcerer, which is a powerful unit in its own right. It can be up to a level 4 wizard. He's not bad in a fight. He's backed.
That
up
one
by
is more like a
Chaos
Batwing.
dragon. Everything.
No, do you don't know about Batwing?
You're not going to kill him with a light cavalry unit.
No, absolutely not.
Oh.
Additionally,
The fuck
there's
is
some slight
Batwing?
differences with the dragon
Oh,
itself.
we'll talk about that later.
You'll notice that this one has sort of different frills and things.
Let's look at the dragon
if you
first. He
wanted
doesn't know
two
about
dragons, You
Batwinging.
can have different riders on them, and they would look a bit different.
Okay,
with a
chat
little bit
has
of,
knowledge
sort
I
of pink
don't
magic.
have.
What you've got is two very striking, different-looking chaos dragons in your army.
So
Very
Nash.
exciting centerpiece model. The images that the video team have put together here capture its majesty. It's possibly even better in the flesh, and we have it on the
Yeah, you
desk
should
here.
Google it.
So you
I
can
don't
see
think
it
I should.
looming over.
You know
some of
what?
these
You know what?
new
I will
Chaos
Google
warrior
it.
models.
Yeah, one of the things we
Yeah,
haven't
look at
mentioned as well is
Batwinging.
just next to the Chaos Dragon, just below it here, whichever one you don't build. So if you build the Chaos Lord on the dragon, you get a Chaos Sorcerer Lord on foot, and if you build the Sorcerer Lord on the dragon, you get a Chaos Lord. On
Oh
foot.
yeah, this
So
sucks. I hate
whatever way
this.
you build this,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
get
yeah,
basically
no, this
two
is a
very
pain in the
powerful
This
ass.
is the
heroes.
Sorcerer
To
Lord
be
that you
fair,
would get if
Brickle
you
said
build it
that,
with the
I just
Chaos
read it
Lord,
out
and then
loud,
this is the
so,
Chaos Lord on
it's
foot
your
if you built
fault.
it with the Sorcerer.
Yeah,
You
no,
made it this
yeah,
way.
no, that does suck.
Always
yeah.
worried I'm going to destroy heavy metal model live on video. Really a great kit. You can see all the
Honestly,
other things in
Just
front
the
of
that's
it.
not
size of it as
terrible,
well. I mean,
chat. That's
these
just a
are big
normal
models, right?
thing
The Chaos
in
Knights
male
are not
life.
small cavalry models, and this is about 4 times the height of them. So
What
it's
times
a
the
big old
height?
beast, and also just phenomenally good in the game as well, right? Like a Chaos
Chat,
Lord
I
on
put
a
the ads
two-headed
thing
Chaos
on.
Dragon
I
is up
played
there
them
with
before the stream.
very
I can't
best
control it.
units in all of Warhammer: The Old World. There's almost nothing that can go toe to toe.
I just want to, before we move on from Chaos Warriors, have a look at the back of the Chaos
I dropped my
champion
fidget
on-
tape
you can
measure.
see all of this amazing extra
You
detail. We've
have
got,
a
like,
fidget too.
Is there a
under
more
his saddle, he's got
autistic coded
heads
thing to have a
hanging from
fidget
chains.
tape measure as a Warhammer player?
They're actually wrong.
Yeah,
I don't think you
Like
can.
that.
I just bought a Milwaukee tape measure, tiny little tape measure.
Ooh,
It's-
Milwaukee based.
It's my
based.
favorite one.
Like the logic
Yeah,
of
I
extending
like
Milwaukee
the
makes
kind of
insanely
Marauder
good tape
archetypes.
measures.
They're very
So-
much sort of chaos armored
Yeah.
barbarians from the
But
north.
there's still a
descending
little
on
bit of that kind of like barbarian raider vibe to them. They've got the look of someone who's kind of walked out of the Arctic North of the Warhammer world. So
just
that
is
they
about to ransack the old world.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, you've got to love it. Right,
I'm getting a lot of fuck
obviously,
you, DeWalt
alongside
or
the
die.
core box, people might want to get their hands on some
DeWalt too,
other
yeah.
things that would be useful. So here you
DeWalt's
can see
good.
common magic items and laws of magic. These are cards
like
which
Milwaukee,
enable
though.
you to be.
I feel like
These are
Milwaukee
great
has
ones.
as you're
like
playing your games
gotten
and can be very useful.
overpriced
They're not
recently.
required,
No,
obviously, the rules
absolutely
for these
no.
things
I
just
used a
inside
bunch
the
of like
book.
beaten up stuff when I was
There's
doing
also
robots.
another thing that we.
I
said we
feel
would
like
talk about a
I
little
feel like
bit.
they're still
This is
good, but like they're
Battle
starting to
March, the
ride their own
General's
name
Companion.
brand a little
Now,
bit.
Battle March is a new way to play games of Warhammer: The Old World. The way this works is that you build smaller forces, not unlike Spearhead or Combat Patrol, between 400 and 700 points, and then you unleash them in games that are quicker to play and
Well,
more
my internet's
straightforward.
exploding
There's
again.
some rules
Great.
in this companion
Is
which sort of detail.
Yeah, it'll
how you
happen
make
for a
the war,
short
so there's
time,
some
probably.
limitations on what you can and can't take, and
Okay.
some requirements, and then there's
I'm
different
not like
scenarios
messing
to
up
play.
the stream, am I?
The
No, I
rules
don't
for
think
Battle
so.
March are in the
Okay,
new
because
rulebook.
I can
and
I
those
could go
rules
if I'm making
and
it and
more
it
information
explode.
No, it's all right. Time to
ways
Batwing
play
it.
are found inside this Battle
What?
March General's Companion. So
You're-
whichever one
I
you
have to go,
take
I
as
have to
your
go.
option in, you can start playing, I don't know, like lunchtime leagues or maybe like a campaign across a weekend of like quick turnaround games.
Or if you've just started an army for the first time and you maybe haven't got enough to play a full size game, you can
Yeah, yeah,
still play
absolutely.
with a smaller force.
Yes. Now, to help you with that, they are releasing the first of our Battle March armies. So this is the Warriors of Chaos and Grand Cathay Battle March
Yeah, you're
armies.
having the
and they
technical
contain
difficulties
I-
now.
I am
Drop the
having
shirt.
technical
Drop the
difficulties
shirt.
now.
designed to give you a good Battle March experience. And you
I gotta
could
write this
totally
down. I've been writing
add
down
these
every time it's
to
been
the new
fucked up
box,
so I can
and then you
point
have
at them
nice
and
big
yell at
armies
them.
if you want to play
Yeah,
larger
we were
games too.
talking
I had
about
a
if you
fucked up
add
ice
either of these
issue too,
boxes
but
onto your
I had somebody
the
come
new
out.
sets coming out with the Warriors of Chaos and the Army of Grand Cathay, and then you add something like a monster like a two-headed dragon,
Yeah, or a
you've
Cathayan dragon.
or a
perhaps,
Cathayan
yeah.
dragon, you've pretty
All right,
much
Next
got an
slide,
army
please.
ready to go.
All right, I think we're
these are
back. I
really
think we're
lovely
back.
places to start a force.
You can
or,
all refresh,
to really
chat.
like
You
a
can
bolt
refresh
load
your
of
stream
troops
now,
around.
chat.
Yeah, absolutely. There's also more coming for the old world. This is the
Refresh your
Arching
stream,
General, the
chat.
March of
YouTube
Chaos.
and Twitch. Refresh
this
your
continues
stream.
The narrative that we're seeing unfold in the old world at the moment. The Chainbreaker, this Chaos Lord, is descending from the north with an enormous throng. They're ploughing through the northern provinces of the Empire. Even the forces of Grand Cathay have been called in, volunteered themselves to come in and try and stave off this invasion, and it's a grim affair. Magic is being fired around everywhere, so that card deck is for magic ploys, which the winds of magic are blowing so furiously that there's loads of different magic escapades and things to get on with. It's a really good time to be playing Warhammer Warhammer Old World right now.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the narrative they're kind of weaving as well about all these different invasions leading up to a big war. Some would say a great war.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, I like that. That was a good deep cut if you know your Warhammer
Hey,
history.
you know, I'm...
So, slight segue.
Hold
It's
on.
not quite the old world, but it's very similar. Let's talk about Blood Bowl for a minute. Blood Bowl is
Blood
the
Bowl,
game of fantasy
woo!
football,
Let's see it.
and there is some
It's,
really exciting things to show.
it's like
with the
football,
release of
but with
the
Warhammer
new
characters.
Spike Journal. This is
Oh,
Spike
that's
Journal
silly. I like
22.
that.
Look, there's a Skaven.
Blood Bowl 7 is the theme. What's Blood Bowl
Sorry,
7?
sorry,
I hear
sorry,
you
sorry,
are.
sorry,
Well, I'm
sorry,
back
sorry.
with you.
I love
There you
Skaven.
go.
I love the
Perfect.
rats. I love the rats. I love the
Blood
rats. I
Bowl
love the
7s
rats.
is
Oh my god. Oh my
essentially,
god.
a way of playing Blood Bowl, which is akin to like rugby sevens or five-a-side football. So you're compacting your team. You're playing faster games on a smaller pitch.
But Blood
It's
Bowl
very
is
frenetic.
awesome for people
It
who
really
like Blood
changes
Bowl.
quite a
I
lot
haven't
of
played
the,
much Blood Bowl
the
because
tactics
I
and the
can only
ways you would
handle.
play,
I play Magic in
and
40k.
makes
I
for
can't go any
a
farther than that. I'm
entirely
going to
different
explode.
and very fun experience. You get 4 of your positionals in this game, so
just
you've
like the
got
rant.
quite a lot of skills and things on the tabletop.
I don't know what's
and it's
going
just a
on.
lot
I
of fun.
just like the rant.
I'm excited for this, but I'm even more excited for what we're about to show you, which is some fantastic new Blood Bowl miniatures. The first of which is a
Show me
new
the
big
rat.
one available for several teams.
Oh,
This is the
shit!
Rat Ogre.
Yes!
I love
Oh my god,
this
oh my god,
model.
oh my god,
I think
okay.
the thing that I most love about
It's
it
a
is
rat
if you look at
ogre.
it,
Yes,
he has a little rat
yes,
with a piece of cheese
Okay, okay.
and
Oh,
a flag
look,
on
look
his
at that
tail.
cheese
That
rat.
is
Look
beautiful,
at
but
cheese rat
is
with the
it
flag.
better
Did
or
you
as
see
good
that?
as
I
a
do.
rat wearing a gas mask and
He had a
carrying
little-
lump
he had a
of
little
wolf
flag
flesh?
It's
and a
very
piece of
close, and I
cheese.
think you'll have to make that decision for yourself.
Wait,
to
wait,
get
there's
hold
also
of
the
your
rat
own
on his
rat. I think
shoulder.
the cheese
Could
takes
build
Oh my
your
god,
rat
oh my
ogre
god,
without
oh my
either
god.
of
Yeah,
those
no, it
rats,
was on the
but
shoulder. It had a
I
little
mean, you
flag
could
on
if
his
you wanted
tail.
to not have a rat on his shoulder. Yes, you could do without.
The
but
funny thing is,
does anyone
Oh
want
my
that?
god.
this is also
Oh
a great
my
model,
god.
but if you're not taking
Oh
one
my
of the
god.
rats,
You're right,
I
he
think,
does have a
you've
little
got
flag and
This is available
cheese.
for a
And a
number of
piece of cheese,
teams.
and a piece of cheese.
Obviously,
Oh my
you
god.
can use it
Okay,
in the Skaven
okay,
team,
okay,
but also
okay.
in Underworld Denizens, Renegade
Okay.
teams.
Oh my
If
god.
you want some real
And that
muscle,
one's got a
I love the
gas
rat.
mask and a little bit of
Break
warp
the enemy
stone.
line so that your,
It's so sick.
team can run
It's
through
so
and
Got the
stuff.
mutation
sick.
option.
Yeah,
Cheese to
absolutely.
meet you.
Speaking of
Cheese
biggins,
to
there's
meet
another
you.
one on the way. This is a Minotaur.
that's cool, I guess.
Minotaur.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
cool, but Skaven.
This is another one of those iconic, heavy-hitting Blood Bowl units, and it's again available for a variety of Blood Bowl teams. You can use it in the Chaos Chosen, you can use it in the Chaos Dwarf list, you can use it in the Chaos Renegade teams, and here you can see the different ways you can build it to fit more in with the teams that you're used to using.
Yeah, so this one here on the screen at the moment, rather than hands or even hooves, has got kind of scorpion claws.
Why catch the ball, right?
Yeah, he's not going to do much catching, but he might do even better clobbering than a regular Minotaur.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, those are wonderful. The thing I'm most excited about, not just for this Blood Bowl reveal, but maybe in all of Blood Bowl, is our next reveal.
He is your favourite, Adam.
Morgan Thorg is my favourite thing about Blood Bowl. I absolutely love him. He's been an
Morgan
iconic character from right from the start. There is a new
gonna name
multi-part
mine
plastic
Gronk.
They got
Morgan Thorg
really-
model coming, and he is wonderful.
Gronk
The kit
and-
makes-
Gronk
enables
and
you to make
Thorg.
him in one of 3
Yeah,
very
that's
iconic
Thor-
designs.
that's
So you can see
Gronk
the
and
right
Thorg.
from
Dude, that
one,
is literally the
which,
Brexit geezer.
really sort of connects to that iconic artwork.
Dude,
that
Mongol
you're used
meat
to seeing with
fist
Morg.
like
Here is
character.
another version. This is him in his gouged eye motif when he played for an orc team, and you can see like the orc charms and things around his neck. This is
That's so
for the
goofy.
Chaos All Stars when he played
Typical
with that
British
team. That was his
pub
first
lad.
ever team. You see, he's still got hair.
You can see he's also got each of the Chaos Gods icons on his little chain around his neck as well. Which is
Wait,
really cool.
this
absolutely love
guy's
it.
actually a
if you
huge
are
deal.
unfamiliar with Blood Bowl or Morgan
the
in particular, let me
LeBron
just tell you,
of
he
Blood
is
Bowl.
genuinely one of the
Adam,
best.
can you
No
take him in a
Raven
halfling
reveals
team?
yet.
You can, and I have used him to lead my halflings to almost glory.
almost
a number
glory.
We're
of
not going to
times.
get Raven
I love
Wing
him. He's so
reveals.
good.
There's no
He
way.
hits like a freight train. He's really heavily armored. He's got great skills.
wait
mighty blow,
for a
loads of
while.
armor,
That
everything
comes
you
out with the
possibly
Dark
want.
Angels.
And he costs a load of points. So halflings are really cheap. So you
Can he
stack
throw
it up.
halflings?
He can throw a halfling. In fact, my halfling, my favourite halfling, Captain Colin Head, scored many
about
a touchdown
Batwing
and
reveals?
nearly
Yes.
died as he would be lobbed down the
And
pitch.
actually,
could talk
I
about
think
Morg for
Bricky's
far too
gonna do
long.
that at the
It's
second
coming
half of
soon.
the
I'm
stream,
very
you said?
excited.
You
Please,
you
let me
all
have
need
one.
to
Let's look at the models.
relax.
Okay,
I gave you all the Morgs.
There we go. These are the beautiful heavy metal painted Morg models, and here you can see what they look like. So going sort of from this side onwards, this is Morg. Were you to build him in that sort of gouged eye look, and you see his armor looks like these sort of armor that Black Hawks wear.
Yeah, so you get different armor, different head, different chest plates. You've got a bunch of different options.
Yeah, and then this is Morg with the Reichland Reavers uniform, and then
From I think the first edition Blood Bowl.
oh yeah,
or was it
a
second?
number of them really. I think he's appeared on a couple of covers, and then if you wanted to do him as Chaos All Stars, you'd use this one.
Are we
But
expecting
ultimately,
Peter
build your
Turbo
Morg how you
today?
want, and
Probably
then follow the
not.
enemy and score some touchdowns.
Too much.
We have
Maybe
the
a
other models on
teaser at
table
the
as
end.
well. You can see,
But
the
honestly, I
Minotaur,
don't think so.
A rat ogre,
I think
and
you
a
might get him with
Minotaur.
the CSM Codex and
think
like
So you
6
get a really
months.
good
Power
shot
above
of
the
that.
average lineman.
Right with the cheese there.
There you go. That's the real.
They already
style.
showed off a lot of
That's
40k stuff, and I don't think they're going to
so
go
there we
back
go.
until
A
like
good time for Blood Bowl. 3 amazing new big and
Kill Team,
characters
so.
coming your way. A new way to play Blood Bowl in the new Spike Journal.
the rat
I'm
with the
very
cheese is
excited
pretty
about this.
great.
And we are
That's my
nowhere
favorite
near
thing
done
that's
with
been
this
revealed this
preview.
entire
keep
time.
going.
But probably
Right,
throughout the whole
why
thing.
don't
we'll
we
see.
go to the Age of Darkness?
Okay, heresy. Oh, the new jet bikes
Multi-pick.
with our plastic. Cool. Oh, that guy, the mask is sick. Okay, grab attack. Was that a Telemon? Oh, a plastic Telemon! Ooh! All
Welcome back. We have
All
really excited
It looks
to
like
talk
a
now
Covenant
about the
dropship.
Adeptus
I really
Custodes
like
or
it.
Legio Custodes. Which one is it? Eddie?
Oh, kinda, a little
Because
bit.
the new box set that's
Yeah,
on
with
its
the
way
two.
is a reinforcement set.
Honestly,
for the
I actually am not a
Custodes,
very
and you
big
can
fan
use
of
it
the
for
30K
either
bikes
Warhammer
compared to the
Horus Heresy
40K
or
bikes.
Warhammer 40,000. Just in case
I
you
like
don't
the
believe
40K
us,
bikes
we
a
put the
bit
logos on the
more.
box.
It could
So,
However,
you know,
the plastic
you can
Telemon,
absolutely
now
use this
that's-
for either game system.
that's
there are
the-
6 models in this box, which doesn't sound like a lot, but
Until
when
you realise how big they
until
are.
you look at the models,
you
it's
see the
they're huge
termies,
and
yeah.
awesome. So let's start with the fastest unit in that box.
Yeah, these are the Gerfalcon jet bikes, an iconic unit from the Legio Custodes force. They are fast-moving, hard-hitting, heavily armed and armoured units, which are designed to storm in and break the back of enemy forces. Each custodian is armed like to the teeth. There's loads of things to talk about here. The first thing would be to mention that there's different guns.
I was about to say, yeah. So Jax, for context, a lot of these 30K heresy era Custodes things can also be used for 40K,
loads of different weapons,
and a lot of 40K
Yeah.
Custodes.
So one of the things in a
they look
Custodes army,
fine,
obviously, is you haven't got
but a
lot
lot of
units
people
because they tend to
use the
cost a lot of points.
30K
So
era
you might
stuff.
find that you've got a couple of
And so now that they're
things that your army's not
remaking the
very good at
30K
killing,
era
and
stuff
one of the
in
things that units like
plastic,
this can
it's
do
like
with
the
those
perfect
It's a
in
big deal.
between. Yeah, it's a
I
big
really
deal.
need to
It's a big
help
deal.
monsters or
I mean, they look
infantry or
sick. I
something.
love,
So you
like,
can
all
kit
the
these out
buttons and
with
different things and
almost
all the
a gun for
details.
almost
I'm
any
actually
occasion,
liking the
right?
bikes a
You can
little
have
more the
different
more I
guns
look
across
at
the
them
unit,
right now.
or you
Actually,
Yeah,
can
no,
actually go
right,
Yeah.
right. I was the same way. I was like,
Vehicle,
eh,
give
and then I
them
looked at
the
the
best thing to
detail
do.
and
The
I really
specific
liked
vehicle, I
them.
think that
I'm liking them more
all of
now.
them also have a Solarite power lance.
I like
which is
the
a
mask a
formidable
lot,
power
too.
weapon,
It is
especially on the
enormous.
charge.
The Solarite lance.
That's cool
It's
as
about
hell.
3 times the length of a Space Marine.
Yeah.
I reckon
Wiener
you could
bikes,
kebab
okay.
about 5 Chaos Space
They,
Marines.
well, they do look like wiener bikes a little bit.
They
yes.
do look like
There's
wiener
4
bikes,
They do look like
inside
wiener
the set,
bikes.
which is a brilliant.
They call them the
remake
dildo
of
bikes, and
those
they're kinda not
two
I like that the
battles
jousting
with,
reminds me of
pretty
a
pain to the enemy.
Scooby-Doo Monsters
It's not the
Unleashed
only
when they
thing that moves
joust on
fast in
the
this box. We also
motorcycles.
have the Palace Gravitack.
That's a
Yeah, the Palace
wild
Gravitack is
pull,
a
but I mean,
fast-moving
like, I
skimmer
do know what
for
you're
the
talking
Custodes.
about.
You can kit it out with either anti-infantry or anti-vehicle stuff.
I am
It works
autistic,
a
but
little
it's
bit
fine.
like a land speed is probably the way to think about it, and it's very useful for Custodes because you tend to have a lot of very expensive models.
The Palace is
so you don't
alright.
have very
I'm not
many
too huge
small
in the
units,
Palace.
So
I think
this
it's
can
okay.
zip around the battlefield, taking
I like the
objectives,
red colour a lot,
getting the
yeah.
enemy where they're
red's
hiding in a
pretty.
way that your
Pretty.
infantry.
I'm a little
are very
whatever
good at
with
holding
the
ground, but not very good at kind of chasing stuff down.
with
Yeah,
the
and this
Palace.
is
It's
another
not
one
one
of
of my
those
favorite.
units you can use to sort of.
That looks like a
cater for where
Covenant
you think you
dropship. I'm
might
sorry,
need
my
to
Halo
strength.
ass, I can't.
It does look like a not a
Accelerated
Phantom, the other one,
diffuser.
the one
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Halo
Goes in a
1.
hurry, so you can
Yes,
tailor
Halo
your
1,
sword,
the
your,
Covenant
Palace
dropship. It's like
to
it's
deal
called
with
like
Yeah,
a Dextro or
Spirit.
something.
Well, I think
Spirit.
Yeah,
model,
yeah,
Thank
Spirit,
you.
yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
the Dextro
is
Spirit thing.
undoubtedly
Now
the
this-
Telemon Dreadnought.
this
It
is
a
the money.
brand new
I really like
multi-part.
that. That looks sick.
They got me bad because I'm probably going to buy
reinvention
this
of
set
the resin version,
specifically for the Telemon.
Dreadnought,
And I'm going to be there with like a Palace grabbed attack and some gray fucking bikes as well. But I'm absolutely will be down to buy this set specifically for that bastard right there.
Conspicuous missile launcher. But there are other weapon options too. Here
like
you
how
can see the
ornate they make
Iliastus
everything.
Accelerator Culverin, the Adrathic Devastator,
Yeah, they're very
and
pretty.
the Arachnus Storm Cannon. On his
They
other
also
hand, so you
just
can build
did
those
a
as you will,
really
the ones
good
that suit your
detachment
loadout.
that
On
has
the
some
other hand,
awesome
you have the
Telemon
That's
support. So
essentially
this is like
fancy Legio
perfect.
Custodes terms for Power Fist with twin neutronium cascade projector. So it's
Yeah.
a bit like a flamethrower, but with neutroniums.
Absolutely. Neutronium's more deadly than flame, apparently.
Gotta
So
be,
there you go.
right?
Sick looking.
One of those guns is, of course, new. The one that's currently equipped. The name escapes
I
me.
like
sorry,
how
the-
chubby
Oh, I
his
think you are
ankles
talking
are.
about the.
Look at he's
Iliastus
got like
Accelerator
little
Oh,
tiny.
yeah,
Yeah,
feet.
he's
exactly that.
big
And
stepper.
This is a really
Yeah, I
beautiful
like
kit,
big
right? So you
stepper.
could paint this up very quickly if you wanted to, like a gold spray, and then a wash would make it look
this looks
beautiful.
great.
But equally, if you wanted to take your time over all the detail,
yes,
of it,
chat,
it is
all of these
absolutely
work for
dripping with
40K.
detail, more detail even than was on.
They
some
said
of the
they've been
resin
doing that now,
versions of this
so
when it came
all
out.
of these
we
work
have
for
one
40K.
on the table,
New
and we
gun
brought
for
along some
Telemon.
other dreadnoughts, so you
Hell
can
yeah.
sort of see how it scales up.
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. This Telemon Dreadnought is ever so slightly larger than the resin one. So we brought a Leviathan.
Do you remember when you saw a Leviathan for the first time?
Okay, so it
and
used
thought,
to be
"You're never
resin."
gonna be God
Nothing
on
could
that"?
ever
Yeah,
be
all
cooler
of
than
these
a
used to be
Leviathan
resin,
Dreadnought.
which is
And
why
he's
they
still
sucked.
pretty cool. I like
Yeah,
it.
Okay, I was
absolutely.
about to say, yeah, resin
But,
sounds like awful.
This is
Telemon
why
Dreadnought
it's
stands a good
so
head
cool that
above
these are
the,
being made in plastic.
even the
Okay.
Leviathan.
And with last summer's release, lots of people may have got their hands
God, they
on
used to be made
a
out of resin.
Saturnine
Sorry,
Dreadnought.
that
And
my
here you can
brain is like,
see
wow.
There's some similarity between these two in terms of the shape of the shoulder pads and things. The Telemon is a little taller. The Saturnine is
about
a
the size of like an
little bit
armature
broader.
or so.
Yeah, absolutely. So this one definitely is got more mass to it. Like the weight of it looks heavy, but the Telemon stands ever so slightly
I
taller,
kinda
which
want a
might just
joint
be
way of that,
the
yeah.
custodians didn't want
That'd be
to kind of
sick.
look up at a space marine. That's probably the point, isn't it?
Yeah, why not? I like it. So all of these models that we've talked about, so the Gerfalcon jet bikes, the Palace Gravatac, and the Telemon Dreadnought will be available in plastic for the first time as part of this box set, and then available separately later down the line.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can use them, definitely use them for both Warhammer 40,000 and Warhammer Horus.
You absolutely can. One of the new detachments for the Custodies in Warhammer 40,000 has some specific upgrades for Telemon
That's what I was saying.
So there is.
Great, nice. So that's not everything for the Age of Darkness. We also have a new Journal Tactica on the way. This is Journal Tactica Prospero Burns, the Judgment of Valdor, and this deals with the actions of Constantine Valdor and the Legio Custodes during the burning of Prospero when they joined forces.
Jax, the
with
burning
Space
of
Wolves to
Prospero
bring
is when
judgment
the
to Magnus
Space
and his
Wolves
errands.
went to.
Yeah, we know quite a lot about the burning of Prospero. We've
murder,
seen it from the Thousand Suns
Thousand
perspective. We've seen it from the
Sons,
Space Wolves perspective.
which
We know
is,
that the Custodies were there, but we haven't really
it's
heard
kind
much
of like
about what the
a
Custodies
big
were up to.
turning
And this
point between the two
explores
legions.
that you kind of find out what they were doing while the two legions were taking chunks out of each other. One of the things that's quite cool about it is that the Custodies obviously on one
You'll
side.
hear a
on the
lot
other
of
side, there are some
opinions
Thousand Sons,
in the
but
chat
main
about
antagonist
about
really for
that.
them is a demonic foe.
That
absolutely.
the Thousand
For the
Sons
first
deserved
time,
it,
this
and
presents
also
with this
that
edition
fuck
a
Russ,
full
he's a
army list of
shithead, can't
demons of
read.
Sinch, including new psychic
So, but
disciplines.
regardless,
So
it's a very
you
pivotal
can
moment
start
of the
using,
war.
the
Okay, I want to read about
denizens
that
of the
too. I'm
patron,
on the
who
fucking
is,
Night Lords books
presiding
right
over
now.
the
I'm going
ruling
back to
of
them.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah,
So
yeah.
once I finish
On
those-
my recommendation.
Yes, yes.
Because I basically,
I like the audiobooks.
I basically virtually grabbed you by the throat and was like, "Read the Night Lord trilogy." Also, because you're gargoyle stuff. So
Okay, cool, yeah.
Horus Heresy we've not looked at before, so it's
Yeah,
quite exciting.
and that's the best
Okay, I'm gonna
kind of
go
Horus
pee
Heresy
really
games.
fast.
All right, don't
ones
hurt
where you're going
yourself.
back to those iconic moments in the lore and refighting it. Like, what if it was a little bit different? What if you had a slightly different mix? What if the tactics were different?
Yeah, absolutely.
Recreating those amazing stories is what it's all about.
So, sticking with the Age of Darkness, but going a bit smaller as we look at some Legions Imperialis.
Or possibly bigger.
But yes, bigger and smaller at the same time. We
the
have
Imperialis
three
stuff.
models we're going to talk about now. These are models for the Titan Legions. This is the Warlord Battle Titan with Quake Cannon and Conversion Beam Extirpator. To extirpate means to destroy utterly. And that is what the weapon loadout on this Warlord Titan will do. As you see this video playing before you can see what all the different weapons are. There's a whole bunch. And
I don't
they
play
have really long
Imperialis
and
myself.
difficult to say
These are
live
the really
on-air
small
names, such as
scaled
try
things,
it.
right?
Extirpator.
Of all the Titans and shit.
So this is a kit which will come packaged all together, so you get the Warlord Titan.
Yeah, little
all of
heresy,
these
exactly. Little
weapons.
heresy.
It includes some extra bits and pieces. So there's some guns to go on the turrets. You've got Gatling blasters and turbo laser destructors. You have 2 Warlord heads inside the kit, and it also contains all the cards you would need to use
yeah,
this if you were
small,
playing
epic
Adeptus
scale,
Titanicus.
yes.
Nice.
If you just want the weapons, they'll be available separately. You just won't get all the cards with it and stuff like that. Cool. This is one of 3 things we're going to talk about. The next one is the Warlord Battle Titan with Volkite Destructor and Macro Gatling Blaster. Again, not a thing to say too quickly on a Friday night. Here is another towering god engine of the Titan Legions. It has a
Vulcan
whole
Mega
bunch of different
Bolter
weapons, which
Array.
you can see
What a
playing up on your
combination of
screen.
statements.
They include the Graviton Ruinator, which you can see here. It's the biggest Graviton gun I've ever seen. Volkite Destructor, Macro Gatling Blaster, and the Vulcan Mega Bolter Array, which sits on its shoulders. It also includes a Warlord Titan heads and those cards I mentioned before if you wanted to play Adeptus Titanicus.
But Adam, what if I had a slightly smaller Titan but still wanted loads of massive guns?
And complicated names, then you are going to be fine, because this is the Titan Legions Reaver Titan with Graviton Obliterator and Volkite Annihilator. A mid-sized Titan that packs an incredible punch with weapons such as the aforementioned Graviton Obliterator, the Volkite Annihilator. It also has a Vulcan Mega Bolter option for its carapace, and
What
you
the
just
fuck?
saw it there. My
It's-
favourite
it's,
possibly of all the names that we've had this evening.
it's-
That's a Bionicle.
Dissolutor.
Those are some cool guns with some great verbs. herbs.
Yeah, it also has a Reaver head.
They're
I
a bunch
will
of
be-
like
I
really
like the
small.
bionicle.
They're a bunch of like
So
really
Haggis,
small titans.
and you can get the weapon separately should you desire no more titans. What's wrong with you? There we go. Pretty exciting. Should you play Little Heroes?
All right, give me some
There we
kill
go.
team.
I need to take a breather. Now might be the time to talk a little bit about something coming to Warhammer Plus very soon.
Never mind.
There is a new animation.
Warhammer. Oh,
Look at
don't
the
you
butcher's
love
nails.
Warhammer Plus?
Don't do this to me.
Isn't that like your favorite thing in the world?
I don't need
Like
this.
you're like the #1 Warhammer Plus enjoyer? Isn't that like your whole thing? You're like, oh my god, I love Warhammer Plus. All you do is want us to talk about it. You know, every time we get into call, you're just like, I love Warhammer Plus. I think everyone should join Warhammer Plus. Right, Bricky? Yeah, they're gonna rename it Bricky Plus here. This.
All right.
That looks a bit
It
good.
kills you
Anyone
with
can tell
death.
us about Butcher's Nails.
Yeah, this is a new animation coming to Warhammer TV for Warhammer Plus subscribers. It is a one-off standalone episode, so it's a hammer and bolter episode of Warhammer 40,000, and effectively
Don't you
it tells
want
the story
another
of a
paid
Khorne
subscription
berserker
service,
who is part
guys?
of a chaos
It's
assault
honestly
on an
just that.
Imperial
I'll be
stronghold.
totally honest.
As
It's
you would
just that.
imagine,
If you want me to
for a
watch
body
Warhammer
story,
Plus,
it is
bundle all of
incredibly
the
violent.
rules
It
with
is
the
by
subscription.
Some margin the bloodiest
Bundle
and most
all of the
violent
goddamn
piece of
rules
Warhammer
in the app with
animation
the
we've yet
subscription, and
featured
maybe I'll
on
watch your shit.
Warhammer TV.
But I am so
And
fucking
it is
tired
pretty much
of
non-stop
subscription
carnage from the
services.
moment
You can't
that,
get me to
the
fucking
shops
get
open to
Peacock,
the
let
final
alone
battle.
Warhammer Plus.
Fantastic. Here you can see a shot that we saw something like this in the trailer. This looks like the
Bro,
head-up
just
display
download it. It's on
inside the helmet of the
Scrundle.
world.
Bro, it's
Yeah,
on
so,
Cockadoo.
not all of
Bro,
it, but some of
just
the
download it.
animation
It's
is
on
shown from the
Hoogagog.
literal
Listen,
perspective
that's
of
why
the
we're
World Eater,
egg,
who is obviously
egg.
a little
I'm
bit
feeling like a
unhinged. The butcher's nails are starting to bite. If he doesn't get continuous kills and
Get it on
carnage, he starts to go
Scribble.
kind of slowly insane.
Scribble?
And he basically is chopping his way through as many enemies as he can find,
it on
partly
Twitter.
to try and achieve victory, but mostly just to try and make the whining.
Some of these
the nails
animations are
cease
totally
even
fine
for the
too. I'm
briefest
just not
of
gonna.
moments.
I'm not
Fantastic.
doing
And we got a
it.
sense
Give me
of
the
who's
rules
fighting,
and
but
maybe I'll
what's
do
the-
it.
What's the battle between who?
I mean,
who
he
the protagonist-
almost really he doesn't really mind what the battle is
anybody's
really.
good.
Khorne
Bro,
doesn't
it's on
care,
clit.
As long as the blood
Where?
flows. There are definitely some
This guy doesn't know where
Astra
blood
Militarum.
is.
There's some guardsmen,
You'll never get
some
that
unfortunate
subscription
guardsmen. You have to
service.
stand up against the Khorne
And
berserker.
Space Marines of the Imperial
There are
Fist.
some Space Marines of the Imperial Fist. There's some other Chaos Space Marines in the mix.
Who I'm sure
as well.
don't get in the way
They'll
at
get
all.
on fine, I'm sure.
Lovely.
You know, it's not like they're known for betrayal or anything. It's all good. But
Fantastic.
yes, it's going to be a non-stop action carnage fest. It's a really fun animation.
Perfect. And coming out fairly soon.
It comes out in August.
Awesome. That's very exciting. So, from the Butcher's
Guys, aren't you
Nails
so
and
excited
Warhammer
about it
Plus,
coming out and you're
let's
like
go
this?
to the mortal realms for something
Sigmar. All right.
Opens. Hungry predator.
Well, speaking of the Mongolian theming.
That's really cool. Oh, I like the weird horse thing.
Ogres.
I see his will.
I like the ogres. I do.
I actually do too. I like them a lot.
In the blood. He is the hunger
Oh,
that
the horn.
endures through winter and war.
Ooh.
He
that
calls
looks
us
cool.
to
Oh, big
feast.
soup. Big
Big
soup.
Swallow
soup.
the realms.
The super.
Big soup cauldron boy.
Eat.
Oh shit! That guy's face.
First we're gonna beat 'em, then we're gonna eat 'em. First we're
Then we're gonna eat them.
then we're gonna eat 'em. First we're gonna beat 'em, then we're gonna
I love the chant. First we're gonna beat them.
Then
Then we're gonna eat them.
It's literally they're literally Mongolian inspired.
champion
Oh what?
What? Yes. Yes.
That was very
What the hell was
exciting.
that?
I didn't show me.
Large amount of models coming to
It's
the mortal
it's
realms,
literally
the new
Mongolian
Ogre
inspired
model types.
like
Where do we even start?
I am
British
super
football
excited
about
chant
this.
cannibals.
This is
They're
an
so
enormous
goofy.
range refresh for the Ogre tribes.
I am
There's so
already
much to talk
huge
about. I think
fan.
let's start with the army
Ogres.
set, which is coming out. This is the
They're
first
cool.
place
They're
you
actually
will
really
have
elephant?
to get your
Ooh, I
hands on
hope.
some of the new
They're actually
miniatures.
really
This
sick.
is an enormous army launch set, a little bit like what we've seen with some of the armies
Yeah,
recently.
like the Hellsmiths and so on.
Exactly like the Hellsmith, same sort of concept. You get a cool version of the battle tome and the first chance to get hold of a bunch of the miniatures. Let's have a quick chat
Best
about
chant for
some of the stuff
foreplay.
in this set.
Sure.
First
So
we're
first out
gonna
the gates
beat
would be
'em,
sort of
then
the
we're
main
gonna
tribes
eat
of
'em.
the Ogre tribes. These are the gluttons, the sort of replacement or refresh of what in old days you might have called Ogre bulls. And boy, do they look good.
Yeah, the Ogre Bulls are still really cool models,
Ogre
like,
Bulls?
but they are.
I'm sorry, I'm 12.
They've been around
I'm
for a
actually
while now.
12.
They're more than
Dude, what the
20
fuck?
years
You
old.
shocked me with
Yeah,
that
I'm
when I
sorry
realised
about
how
that,
old I was. Yeah.
So they are well and truly
Me when they're out of
deserving
Oreos
a
in my
refresh.
local
This is
Target.
a really cool update for them. They still keep the aesthetic of the ogre balls, but they're much more dynamic. They're a little bit bigger. The armor plates are much more impressive.
They look like the shape of the helmets. They look like they're designed to deflect sort of downwards.
Yeah,
Yeah, and if you
Band.
remember, like
Shoulders as well.
the first time those models came out, they were designed for Warhammer Fantasy, where they'd have to rank up. So actually, the poses were quite sort of
Yeah,
limiting on
they're
a
very
lot of the
dynamic
miniatures.
here, aren't they?
These are much like cooler, more impressive.
The pizza
poses, even
rolls in
things
my
like having those
freezer see
arms
at
out,
3 a.m.
They just look really great. The detail on them is
That's a
obviously
goodie. That's a good
20
one.
years on from the last time we saw
The sound of
ogre
the
balls. So
ass
these are
cheeks in
really,
the
really cool
battlefield's gonna be
miniatures.
amazing.
You get 10 of these in that launch box.
slamming on the
This is only the
drums.
most basic of the ogre
I like the
Mortriders
big
units.
soup. I'm a
Let's
big
move on
fan
to,
of the big
I
soup.
think
I like the big
one of my
soup as
favorites.
well.
Yeah, so mine too. I think the Iron Guts have always looked really cool, and these are even cooler if possible. The Iron Guts are an elite ogre unit. They carry enormous weapons, and they wear more armor. So you can see those armor plates on the arms going all the way up to the shoulders.
Big hammer.
Their helmets are a little bit fancier, and they've got these massive two-handed weapons.
They look like they mean absolute business,
Yeah,
right?
no
Like
kidding.
the size of those weapons, and again, much more dynamic, but those blades are about twice the size of a mortal human, right? So they are going to make an absolute mess. They already are an excellent unit in Warhammer Age of Sigmar. They're still an excellent unit, and now the miniatures are even better as well.
Yeah, absolutely. To keep this rabble in line, you need an Ogre Tyrant. So this model is a multi-part kit. He enables you to build him in a couple of ways. Essentially, a really powerful, heavy-hitting Ogre character. Here you can see a couple of the options. I love this one with the fur cloak. It sort of fits into the more sort of huntery style thing you can do with an ogre army, where you want to focus more on the beast if you want to, or you can go full gutbuster with this one, whichever you prefer, really.
Yeah, if you've got a kind of Beast Claw Raider
Yeah,
vibe.
absolutely.
And I think you can obviously have a mix of them as well, but you've got a lot of different ways to kind of lean into different ogre armies. And it's
not
just
much
nice
to
have
say.
a
The models are just
multi-part
kind of
character, right, where you
sick.
can immediately
No,
start to
I'm
making
also
your
kind
own.
of
One of the
just
big
looking at
things
them in
about
awe.
Yeah.
ogres for their
They look
entire
really
history is
cool.
the idea of like big names, right?
Yeah.
They carry that through
Yeah.
into this
It's my
this battle
first
tome
time
as well,
releasing
where
ogres.
the leader of your
Yeah,
force is making
I learned about
literally making
them
a
a
name for
bit
himself
ago
by
on one of
achieving
the
various
Adric
feats.
episodes.
So being
And
able
they
to
actually
kind of
thought
have
they
the
were
belts
really
of the
sick.
things
I was kind
defeated
of
absolutely
shocked how
makes
much I
sense.
enjoyed them.
Those units we've all seen before in different ways.
Ogres,
the
Grand
next unit
Cathay,
is
and Tomb
effectively a
Kings are
new
kinda like
type.
the
These
ones
are
I
the
really
Maul
enjoy.
Beast Cavalry and
I
the
like the
Maul
fucked
Beast
up puppy.
Raiders.
Look at 'em.
This is a two
Yeah,
for
he's
kit,
all
so you
like-
can make
he
two
got
different
bird.
units. They function in a similar
do
way.
you have a
Both of them
bird? I
are
didn't
cavalry
notice it.
units.
Like a vulture
The Maul
type
Beast
thing.
Raiders are your kind of
Ooh,
fast-moving
I love
scout
turkey
unit.
vultures.
The Maul Beast Cavalry
him.
are your hard-hitting shock cavalry. They're a little
makes
bit
me
more
think
armored.
even
The guy in the
more
back has more
Mongolian.
weapons, whereas the
Like
Maul
the
Beast Raiders
hawks and the
have some
birds
range.
that they
Yeah.
used to use.
It's
These
definitely their
effectively
vibe.
replace the Mournfang cavalry
Mixed with, like,
in
British
your ogre
geezer
list.
chants.
They fulfill a similar sort of role in the army.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about just how tough they are and how hard they hit in a little while. So these are all the models that come inside that new Ogre army set. Obviously, you need the Battle Tome and the War Scroll cards as well. This is the Battle Tome that comes for the Ogre Moor tribes inside that set. It's got this lovely sort of finish to it. You can see the Tyrant on the front.
Yeah,
Obviously, there'll be standard editions.
I want to
of
see that
them out in
fucking
due
big
time to
hoof
build
that they
the model
showed
separately.
off.
But if you want
Me
first
too.
in
I really
on the
hope
new
it's like an
Ogres,
elephant
this
or
is the way.
something.
Yeah.
It wasn't all we saw in that awesome video, though.
Or
do you want to show
rhino.
the
Oh,
box?
Yeah,
It's
I've
pretty
got the
cool.
box right here. So this is the box. It's really lovely. That is all the stuff you get in there. So just to confirm, you get 10 of those gluttons. You get the Tyrant.
Oh,
get
you don't
2
get
of
the soup in the
cavalry,
box.
and you
What
get
about the
that
soup
big
box,
Wait, what?
guys?
Iron Guts, and then you get your Battle Tome in there as well. So it's
I
a
want the
really
soup.
lovely set.
I want the soup
Fantastic.
too.
Right. So, what else is there to talk about? Well, I guess we saw some things which fit in a different sort of part of the Ogre army with the
I
sort
like
of
this
more
guy's face
seekers
a lot.
component.
He's
so
really got that
one of the
goofy
bits
head.
of the Ogre force is
Yeah.
the kind of Tyrant and the Iron Guts and
sloshing
things like
is
that.
so cool.
But another fairly major part of Ogre society are the More Seekers, the Butchers, and the things that follow in the Butcher's wake. The Butcher, again, is a model
Soup is
that's been out
Warhammer
for a
Plus
very long time.
exclusive.
Well worth it.
Fuck.
This model is a phenomenally cool
He's
upgrade.
also deeply disturbing.
Yeah, I think you've got some strong feelings.
Actually,
on
someone made a
how-
great point. This
how
is a
unpleasant
great
this
Nurgle
particular model is.
conversion,
The model's
actually.
great, but he's definitely a bit grim, isn't
and
he?
the longer you look, the more disturbing it gets. The way he's holding the corpse in his hand, the gore sloshing around in his cauldron, and all this for what is essentially a really beefy ogre wizard.
Yeah, Butchers are sort of part wizard, part chef, part
Would you
shaman,
squall me?
part mystic
Sorry.
to the ogres. They're really
Wizard?
important to ogre society. Ogre
Butchers,
society
get
basically
it,
is
get
all
it,
about
get it,
eating.
Butchers?
All ogres at their core
Think about
have
it,
this kind
think
of
about it, Bricky.
unending
Butcher.
hunger,
Come on
which
now.
they interpret as the will
Butcher.
of the god
Yeah.
Moor,
Butcher.
who may
Oh,
or may
'cause you're
not be part of the
gay!
great pantheon of Gorkamorka, depending on which
'Cause
religion
you're
you speak to.
gay!
And Butchers
Because you like
tap into that arcane
women!
power, that godly power, and
Of
manifest it in various
course!
different
How
styles.
could I be
A
so
lot of them magic is
foolish?
consuming
Jingle,
something and then
jingle,
manifesting
How could I be
jingle.
so silly? My bad.
God.
devotees of the Gulping
Oh
God
my God.
coming.
Fucking
This is one of those
ridiculous.
kits. These are the Ogre Cleavers, and they are kind of like butchers in training.
Dude, they
these are
fucked up. They hit him with the
fanatics of
Marilyn
Ogre
Manson
society who
haircut.
follow
What
in
the
wake
fuck
of the
is
butchers.
that?
They do a range of different things. After a battle, they'll collect up all the various
Thank you,
body
10
parts
gifted
and offal and bits
subs.
of enemies to throw into the cauldron for the
W
butcher.
gifted sub.
They are kind of fanatically driven disciples of
Fucking
the butchers and of the
shenanigans.
God Maw.
The combination of the miniatures design
Bricky
team
is
and
straight?
the heavy metal painting team have really just worked.
A shocker, I know.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
are so
Blood for the
good.
Blood of God is
Absolutely
crying out for these
gore,
miniatures,
gore
isn't
up
it?
to the elbows, cauldrons full of offal. These
This is
are
how my
incredible.
hair looks in the
They're not
European
only
heat
things
wave.
Within this
That's
More
funny.
Seeker collective, that kit also makes another option. So you can either make the cleavers that you saw there, or you can make these.
Oh
which are
shit!
the
It's
Gutsies.
June,
Yeah,
right?
Gutsies
Damn it!
are
I'm gonna
even
be
more
killed.
horrible and sinister than
Yeah,
the
we have to
butchers, if
kill
you can
this
imagine
guy.
that. These have tapped into the power of more, and the way that they work in game is that your wizards become more powerful and can effectively cast things.
Okay, the fact that they're
spells
called
through these
gut
guys,
seers
when
is
they're
funny as
nearby.
fuck.
The thing that
I
I
like
really like
that
about
a
them from a
lot,
miniature
yeah.
perspective is those gut plates. If
Yeah.
you look
I think
at
I
the
might
gut
actually
plates on
steal some
something
of
like
these
iron
big
guts,
chungus
they have
lads for
just armor
Nurgle
guts,
stuff if I
whereas
They
these
can.
look like teeth, maybe. But
Yeah, these
I like the
guts
swirly
look
one, it
like
reminds me of
intestines or
Psychonauts.
offal or
and they're kind of
guts,
rendered in
basically.
really like arcane parody. There's
I
something
love
very
it. I think it's
disturbing
really.
going on.
They look like they'd be loads of fun to paint.
Yep. And then, of course, at the center of all of this
Red
is
the
Red
Maw,
This is the
High
High
Slaughter
Sort
Master.
of like the head of this cult of the Gulping God. Eddie,
This guy's the
what can you
coolest.
tell
This
us
I'm
guy's
not
the
gonna lie,
guy.
it's
This is
so
a grand
cool.
Soup
character
on
for the
wheels.
Ogre Maw tribes. This is one of the
Big
most
soup.
powerful characters in your Ogre army. One of the most powerful characters in all
yeah.
of Age of Sigmar.
That guy's
goes
really
to
cool.
battle on
That's
this
Ara right
enormous
there.
kind
What
of
the fuck?
cauldron.
Yeah, he's got, like,
pulled
he's like
into
one of the
battle by a
sea
Gorger.
dudes.
Gorgers are
Look at the
the
guy
other part
leading
of that
it.
kind of
Yeah, he's like
That,
a
fucked up guy.
grouping.
little like
so
like
Morph Seekers
Krypton.
covers your butchers,
The soup
your
matter.
gorgers.
Oh no,
and
God! Oh,
all
it's
the kind of various
Slaughtermaster. No,
fanatics that follow in their wake.
not
You've got this
again. The what
enormous cauldron,
master?
which I assume is where
No.
the enemy army goes after the battle.
that mean?
They get
It's a-
thrown in there, and this
it's an
is
inside
both
joke.
an incredible miniature, but
Okay.
also incredibly powerful piece for your Age of Sigmar armies. We'll have a little look at some of the rules around it later. And in lore terms, this is the high prophet, the high priest of the Gulping God. So ogres from across the realms flock to Red the Maw to hear what they've got to say.
I love the fact it's being pulled into battle by a Gorger as well. That's just really cool. So all of these models are coming in the not too distant future for the Ogre Maw tribes.
Yep.
Obviously, we need a battle tome to learn all about it, and so there will be the standard.
still
edition
haven't
on the
shown
left
me the
or
big
gamers
foot
edition
yet.
on the right to let you get what you need to
Yeah.
start playing your games.
Yeah, so I mean,
Are they
this
just
is a
gonna
huge and
edge us with
sizable
that?
update of things for
Maybe.
the Ogre Maw tribes. We've shown you almost all of the new models
But not
for the
Almost.
ogres. There's a couple more things on the way. The other thing that's worth saying is a couple of the existing units do stick around as well. So particularly some of the big Beastclaw Raider monsters. So if you've got
Yeah,
some
you
things
can't
like
just show me
Stonehorns and stuff in
feet,
your
dude.
army,
I got
you can
excited.
still
Yes, I
absolutely
can.
use those, and they work really nicely alongside
Then
that.
do it.
No.
Tyrant, which we have one on the table here, done up as a
It's got that beast claw.
yeah,
vibe
he got the kind of
going on,
beast
hasn't it?
claw vibe. There with I'll turn him around so you can see the kind of pelt on his back, which is really cool.
Fantastic. Should we have a
Help.
little bit of a look at some of the rules?
Yeah,
and
let's
things
do it.
And what you'll find inside the battle tome. So these are the faction rules, the battle traits for your ogres. What can you tell us, Eddie?
Yeah, so we're not going to go through the entirety because there's a big old page of
Screen
rules
grab
there.
if
But
you really
yeah,
wanna
if you're an
know.
ogre player or you want to know what you're going to be up against in Age of Sigmar, take your screens grab now. Fundamentally, they've got two big army special rules. The first of the army rules is if you are in combat with an enemy unit at the end of the turn, or you've defeated an enemy unit in combat, so eaten them basically, you can just have some lunch. You can
Have a
take a chunk out of the enemy unit you're fighting, and you can get a bunch of different rules. So this encourages your ogre army to
Literally
get stuck
just
in.
eating
If
people.
they're in the middle of the enemy army, they can start getting bonuses. There's some really strong stuff in there. You've got stuff like run and charge. You can make the unit harder to kill, make them hit harder. You can mess with enemy wizards, all sorts of stuff.
Fantastic. Go on.
And then you've got the other special rule in there,
Yeah.
which is basically like a special thing where when you charge into an enemy unit, you can basically say, would you like to stay where you are and take the ogre's charge, in which case you take a bunch of mortal wounds, or you can say, well, I'll give you the opportunity to move backwards if you like, in which case your opponent immediately cedes ground to your ogres. So it's really good for shifting units off objectives.
I don't know how to play Sigmar, so this is going over my
No
head.
joke. Obviously, the war scrolls have been looked at as well. So these are the Maulbeast cavalry that we showed
really
you before.
like
They
that
come in the
photo
army
goal.
set.
The dog
I
thing
don't
is
mind.
good.
Smiling.
That
It's
beak,
smiling
he
at us.
cheesing.
Damage free.
He cheesing. He's just
It
like
don't bite. It don't
Hit
bite.
you like a landslide. So many attacks.
bite.
Incredibly dangerous.
I think this is a really powerful unit. if you're familiar with the way that ogres work today, you'll know how Mournfang cavalry work. You'll be familiar with the stats. A lot of the stats are fairly similar to Mournfangs, but across the board, wherever there's a change, it tends to be a bit better. For the Maulbeast cavalry, they are a really tough unit to deal with because they're
Ricky,
excellent on the
move your
charge,
capture
so
so you
bonuses
pet
to
him?
charge, but they're also excellent when
capture?
being charged. So they're
Yeah,
a really
your
hard
OBS
unit to
capture
Oh, so I
so
can
you
like do
petting
your
this?
enemy.
Yeah,
I
can
think
you pet
just
him?
a couple of these on the
That's-
flanks would be
that's-
great, or even
yeah,
investing on a big double-sized
deserves
unit
a
and slamming it into the enemy
pet.
army could be very powerful.
Yeah, and you can see some of the
Gets
special rules and
fucked
things
up.
that are going on there. But I love the
Wow.
Ravenous counterattack rule. That means that you can.
Yay!
attack down, you can
Yay!
sort of,
Yeah,
like,
good
stealth
dog!
units
Good
and
dog!
Brilliant. We talked a little bit about Red the Maw. Heroes rules. There is a lot to take in.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, this is one of the kind of big name special
He's a
characters
cool puppy.
of the ogres as well. We're not going to go through everything
Thank
on
you.
the sheet. Feel free to take a screenshot and peruse at your leisure. The things to call out are this is an incredibly durable character. 18 wounds, a 4-up save, and a ward save means that you've got to throw
a lot,
you've got to
right?
throw a lot of stuff at this guy before he goes down. A level 2 wizard, that's always going to be useful. The thing to really shout out is that command ability, where effectively you can pick an ogre unit nearby, and that unit can
Wait, go on the
benefit
soup.
from
Go on
as
the
if
soup.
it was in combat with an enemy unit. So all of those big list of buffs that you've got in your army special rules, you can just give those out to units nearby for a command point, and you can do some great stuff with that. You've got which is run in charge, so whack me off. You can be like, I really want one of my units in combat on the first turn. You can just do it. You've also got an ability that gives ward saves to loads of nearby units. So this is just an absolutely really useful linchpin unit for the middle of your army.
Fantastic. So that's a lot of great stuff coming all
right,
on the
what's
way
next?
for the Mortal Realms with the Ogre Maw tribes and this incredible range refresh.
Yeah, we've got some close-ups here.
Should we
We've got
grab a look?
just a sense of how big they are. I don't know if we've got a human for scale. He seemed to have wandered up. Maybe they ate him when we weren't looking.
So here you've got Red the Maw in the middle. You can see the size of him. He's really an absolute beefcake. And this enormous cauldron that he's got that's just full of offal. His great big spoon for stirring around the cauldron.
This is a
here on the side, you can see the,
a long
the
one.
Ogre Butcher. He's really
It
quite
is,
an impressive
yeah.
model in
This
his
is
own
a
right.
long
And again, this
showcase. Normally
huge
only about
cauldron.
like an
If I
hour.
spin them around, you can see just how detailed these models really are. Just something to behold. Loads of things going on the back. Sort of,
It's a 90 minutes?
animal horns
Oh, yeah,
and things,
yeah,
so
no
they're
doubt.
they're carrying
So we got about
trophies
20
and
minutes
things all
left.
around. Just really great. It's an incredible looking kit. I think the
you get a
miniatures
sense
team
of
have.
the size of him because that's a human, right? That he's
So
holding
what are we
on the
missing?
butcher.
Is there
next
Necromunda
we've got half a
today?
person.
Yeah, you got half a person there.
Because we still got Kill
Yeah, it's
Team.
pretty gross. So anyway, these have disturbed me for long enough. I'm really excited to see
Yeah?
them come out.
Okay.
I think they're going to make quite a wave within the Mortal Realms. We are still not done yet. There is still more awesome stuff to talk about in this big summer preview. Next, we're going down to the Underhive.
All right, Necromunda. Is that Mongol Meat Fist? Okay, we got some Escher. Wait, you wanted women?
Try. Oh, they're tomboys.
Oh my
with
god.
mohawks.
Oh my god, it's
They're
Mongol.
tomboys with mohawks.
It's Mongol Meat Fist, and yeah, that's what they are. Yes.
I'm unwell. I'm unwell. Oh!
Dude, they got Mongol Meat Fist. They mongoed my fuck. What the fuck was that?
Welcome back and welcome to the Underhive with a new edition.
Was Squidward
of
walking
Necromunda
past?
Skirmish.
Yeah,
this is
that's
very
what it was.
exciting. I'm
Okay.
a big fan of Necromunda. I've played it since I was a 16-year-old.
Oh, wait,
boy,
look, here he
and
comes
it's
again.
Great to see a new edition come. This is essentially an edition reset for Necromunda.
I said, here he
and
comes
this
again.
Core set here that you can see here. This 2-player battle box.
Thank you.
It's the perfect way to get into it. If you're an existing
Sorry, I was
Necromunda
looking
player,
at the
we'll talk
women.
about,
I couldn't
some of the
think.
other
Yeah,
ways
no
too.
shit.
Here you can see it on the screen. It
Yeah,
pictures
so it's a
the
new
all-up-
Clan Escher
sorry,
minis,
Clan
and
Escher, my favourite
fucking
gang, just automatically.
Mongol
It
Meat
pits the
Fist.
Goliaths against the Escher in a
That is
classic
Mongol
house
Meat Fist,
matchup.
right? Possum,
Have
the
a look at
Goliaths.
Some of the kits that come with it. We've got a box here which we can use as a prop, but we've got some great images to show on the screen. It contains 2 gangs within the box. The first of which are these. They are the Blades of the Matriarch. This is all new models. We've not released these ones before, and there's some fantastic options in there. At the back, for example, you can see a Huntress with auto pistols and multi-harness.
Maybe it was a mistake to have the tomboy with tomboy mohawk with ab window minis.
Well, I get 2 of those. I'm tomboy, and I'm gonna get abs, so. And they won't me. They won't me.
Good God.
Gang. If you've already got an
It's
Escher
Pride
gang, you'll
Month,
probably want to
everyone.
add these to
It's
it.
actually
You
pretty
get even more
good too.
options
I'm
and
actually not a
more
huge
fantastic
fan of
models.
Clan Escher because I'm
This
actually
is
not
also a
super
perfect
big on on the
starting point for
overly
Gang in its own
done
right. You could
mohawk
never
mixture
play,
thing.
Yeah, shut up,
wonderful
Bricky.
jump.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
cool.
like the lash
The
whip
Goliaths,
lady and like the
these
tool
are the
pistol lady.
forge smelters. Goliaths, the House of Chains, known for their sort of
I just like
industrial
Mungo
power,
Meat Fist. That's just so
and
funny.
all of these, like,
No, that guy got a
heavily
roll.
Dude,
muscled
he's
warriors,
mungoing himself.
carrying
Holy
weapons
shit.
which kind of have an
He's so
industrial feel.
mungo
We've
and
obviously got
so
heavy
meat
stuff right
fist.
at the back, but there's loads of other weapons.
I
that,
actually like the
might be
dude with
less
the
familiar.
mask on the
For
left-hand
example,
side
you've
with
got
the injector.
riveter cannon on the right-hand side.
He actually
the
looks sick.
Oh, yeah, he's
Goliath
cool.
He looks sick as
Yeah.
fuck.
You've also got things like the servo medici that you can see on the Goliath at the front.
Listen.
You've
First
got
we're gonna
one
beat
with
him,
a
then we're
chem
gonna
slugger.
eat
There's
him.
loads of different things going on. so that
Listen,
you
listen.
can,
Chat's gonna give me shit
either
about
have
not
these
being the
with
biggest fan of
different
Clan
rifles
Escher.
or just use
I
these as
like
your
the
first
Ash
ever
Waste
Goliath.
guys.
I
I want
really
more
like
of the dudes on the little
ignition
stilt
cannon on the
bugs.
left-hand side. Two fantastic gangs. You also find inside the box.
Right,
absolutely
Jax?
everything you
Dangle,
need to
dangle,
start playing.
stilt
So you have
bugs,
the
stilt
gaming
bugs,
map,
jangle,
the
jangle.
measurers, the dice, the templates, all the cards and bits and pieces. You have a full rule book. You also have some terrain to position your gang behind to start playing your games. Essentially,
That
this
was
is
the
a
more than
wonderful way
Shola Squaff.
to kick off Necromunda if you've just never played before and kickstart you into the new edition. So,
Mum.
here you can see like a close up on some of those other things as well.
It's actually a
Yeah.
pretty good
There's
box
really,
though. It's so solid
a lot
stuff.
to enjoy
Yeah.
here in,
Yeah.
I
in
will
Gang.
say
And if
though,
you
I
look
have
at the back
okay.
of
I have
the
a
box,
small.
you can
This
see
is
all
this
the
is a
out,
miniature maker complaint though.
running around, just full to the brim of
Okay,
great
chat. I don't know if
stuff.
you noticed that.
There's more
I
to,
really don't
come
like
in
how
this new
much
edition
their
than just
legs
this. It's worth
almost
saying that,
fall off the
Necromunda,
base.
The thing that makes it so exciting is this.
I wish they
continuous
had a
war between
slightly
the great
larger
gang
base.
Houses. So there are 6 gang houses.
Because that reminds me of like the old '90s era
Essentially, you
minis
have
where like the
warlocks,
feet hang off the
Vansars,
base a little
warlords,
bit. That bugs
Elak,
me. I would have just liked the
Escher,
base to be a little bit
Goliath,
larger.
And you can see them all displayed here. These are underhive
Did
crew
somebody say
boxes.
bug?
These contain models that you might already know if you're familiar with Necromunda.
I might be
presented
holding out
in a
hope for
brilliant
this
format that lets you
thing.
essentially
That's a
make one
genuine
purchase
complaint,
to
a
start
real
an
one.
entire underhive crew. of
Redoing
your
the game
own.
boxes is
I'm
sick
a
though.
big fan of Necromunda. I've played it for years and years. I've got a really big Orlok gang, and I looked at the underhive crew and was like, "Oh, that's a."
Bricky wants the women to stand in line. Possum, you have to
It's
stop.
true. It's
You
true.
have
Yeah.
to stop.
We're here. So
Yeah, this
obviously,
guy
box
hates
contains
women,
everything.
fun
If you
fact.
just wanted the Necromunda
You
rule
have
book,
to
so you've
stop.
got loads of Necromunda stuff and you don't want to buy a new.
You heard it here
the core
first.
box for some mad reason. Then you can just buy the Necromunda rule book. This is a large hardback book. It's just packed with lore and rules and all the good things that
He
you
actually
would want to
invited
know
me and he was like,
about
as long as
Necromunda.
you're not acting like a
And it's
woman, you
been
can join.
revised. They've made the updates
So.
to the rules to sort of streamline things. Every role feels like it really matters. Games are very
Well, you know,
exciting.
you're
I'm
one of the
really
good
excited
ones.
to sink my teeth into it.
Okay,
If you've got an
settle
existing gang and you want to know where you find the
settle
rules for
down,
that, there's 2
everyone.
more publications coming along for you.
Sorry,
You've got gangs of the
sorry,
Underhive,
sorry,
which is
sorry,
Settle
sorry,
down, settle
sorry,
down.
sorry, I'm sorry. I told you I wouldn't be loud. And
Wait a
not
minute,
loud.
that's the Ash Waste lady. That's the woman I like. She's sorry, not that she's the only woman.
outside of the normal sphere.
She's-
Only woman you like.
She's
over
cool.
here.
The Ash
Only
Waste lady up
woman
there
you
is
like.
really cool.
Find their rules along
Sure.
with the
Well,
very
this is-
Only
best
woman
books.
you've
So
ever
essentially,
liked in your
pick up
entire
all
life.
the
This is
True,
difficult.
right there.
This is
of
difficult.
the
I'm
book that you
digging
need,
myself a grave
and you are
here.
good to go with Necromunda
Yeah,
Skirmish.
she's one of the good ones, Bricky
Still more.
says.
The Ash
Really
Waste,
useful
like
to have
I forget her
on the side of the
name.
table. You've got the core gang
I can't
tactics
name
cards.
100
I
women.
find having,
But
this
like,
thing really useful
she's
when
really
I'm
cool.
playing
I forget her
Necromunda.
name
It's a
though.
tactile game, and you've also got
Possum.
scenario
What is her
cards
name?
which help organise
Possum.
the
What's her
campaign.
name again? I forget the name.
Flowing really nicely.
I don't
Also,
remember. her
if you want to
name.
like enhance your battlefield,
He
get
likes
your
it
game
so
going,
much he
there's
can't
an
remember her
enormous
name.
range of fantastic Necromunda
Fucking Harry
scenery and
Dubois
terrain.
over here.
Name a
There's
woman.
so much
Obama's
big
wife.
and beautiful. And there's an addition to it now with these
We
Factoria
need to
pipes.
kill
You'll
this
find
guy.
some Factoria pipes inside that core
What the
set.
fuck was her
and
name?
there's
She's actually
even
really
more
cool.
if you buy
I
this
forget.
Factoria pipes box and breathe.
Yeah, I think that's one of my
Ash
favorite things about
Wastes
Necromunda is when you start to
lady.
see people like really lean into the scenery. And they've got their zone
Ashengar,
more time
the
to it, and
Lady
they
of
start
Ash.
building up, and you get the pipes and walkways, and you can have like
Her name is
flights across the
Ashengar,
galaxies, you can shoot people down from
Ashengar,
higher
and
up
she's
and
named the
all that
Lady
sort
of
Yeah,
Ash.
absolutely. My favorite games in Necromunda are always the
Wait,
ones
I don't
that
think that's-
multiple
wait, I don't
levels
think that's
and
her,
blast
actually.
someone off a
Shit.
12-inch high precipice and
This
watch
guy
them
does
come
know
down.
I do like
women.
an
No, it is
Ashengar.
Ashengar. Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
right.
yes, I agree. But
This guy
there's
knows
something
women.
I
There is
remember-
something cool about,
I remember
like,
the
having a
first
little
time I
cross-section of
saw-
a city.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw that for the first time and it just blew my mind.
Ferris
Um,
Mantis has with
if
the iron
you've never
hands
played
is
Necromunda Necromunda before, this really is a
Ship the Iron
perfect jumping
Hand.
on point. Necromunda is a really exciting game. Ask any Necromunda fan, and they will like enthuse about it. How great it is. And if you are an existing Necromunda fan and you're looking for new challenges, that's just really great because the rules have been tweaked and streamlined, and there's going to be new secrets to unlock. And it's going to be a good time
nominative
to fight
determinism,
battles with the
exactly.
Underhive. The narrative that's been unfolding for the past few years, the Aranthian succession, is kind of done with, and I'm really excited to see where the team responsible for Necromunda take it in this new era. It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
and we are still not
more.
done. Yep,
Oh.
we are sticking
Kill
around
team
in
time?
the 41st millennium, but we're going to go to Warhammer 40,000 Kill Team.
Kill
with
team.
this.
What we got? They put the Warhammer people in the fucking jungle now. Warhammer. Time for Warhammer Academy.
After years of searching,
Yippee! Is this Uncharted?
we're
Wait.
closing in on
Wait.
something unseen. for
Jungle-based.
decades.
Catachin or Exodites? Please be Exodites. Holy!
Yes! Sorry.
It's
sorry.
fucking Eldar on
Dinosaur,
lizards,
dinosaur,
baby!
Dinosaur! Oh, it's so
That
sick!
goes crazy, though.
The squig! Wait, was that the squig?
It was.
Dinosaurs! Exodinos!
Oh, that rocks,
I like
actually.
that. I like that.
We are alive and well in this year of 2026.
Holy.
And who would have had Exodites?
Someone
their
check on
2026
Pancreas.
Warhammer bingo card.
This is a super exciting box set.
Pancreas.
Really, right?
This is awesome. So obviously,
You
every time we
alive
have a new
over
Kill
there?
Team box set,
Question
it's very
mark.
exciting. This one, I think, it will be particularly interesting, not just for fans of Kill Team, but for fans of
That's-
Warhammer 40,000. Exodites
that
are one of
rocks.
those last untapped, awesome bits of Warhammer 40,000 lore. Whenever we get to kind of unveil a cool new corner of the millennium, it's always very exciting. I think Exodites absolutely fall
His
into that
pancreas
little corner.
started
If you
working.
don't know what Exodite is, very briefly, when the Eldari Society
It's
was
fixed
starting
just like
to
that.
sort of way back before the fall, starting to fall
That's
into
good.
decadence and
That looks
depravity.
great.
the Exodites
Yeah,
were
so
like,
so
"No, thank you
Exodites
very
are
much,"
kind of
and
they kind of do
left
like
main
a
society and they settled on places
they're Eldar
far-flung from
that
the
find
mainstay
but
of
to
Eldar
not
society,
like
or maybe
tempt
more.
their emotions and
Beautiful
slash. They
jungle
go to like
planets full
live
of,
more old
rich
school.
flora and fauna,
And so they
and
go
full of
exile
all sorts of
themselves
weird,
and they
wonderful
live with like
creatures.
and they
then the
ride like
Eldar
fucking
Society,
dinosaurs and
was
shit.
Destroyed.
That's
in
so
the fall,
sick.
and
That-
the Exodites were one of
yeah.
the few
They're
that
yeah,
were
they're,
left.
yeah, they're
Now in the
40K
40th millennium,
wood
they have these
elves,
pockets
kind of
of
sort of.
idyllic beautifulness
That's so
across Warhammer
sick.
40,000.
Amish
Obviously, it's
Eldar,
been
yeah,
Warhammer
Amish
40,000 if you've
Eldar.
got
And
something else
Amish
like
Eldar,
that.
Yeah, yeah.
insane.
There's
No,
always-
unironically,
there's always
yeah,
more
like they
coming.
return to nature and
So
shit.
whenever their planets are invaded, they have to defend them with whatever tools they can find available, and the closest thing available is giant reptilian beasts that they can ride into battle.
So we're
Should we have a
smoking
look at
big
the
doinks
models?
and Amish?
They're
So,
smoking big
yeah,
doinks
here
and
we go.
Amish, yeah.
These are the Exodite
Okay,
Dragon
just
Masters.
making sure.
Eddie, this is a very unusual kill team, right?
Yeah, so this is a kill team first and
These
foremost. It is
look
really kind of
wildly
weird, really fun,
good.
unusual kill team. It is effectively 3 models and 2 little hangers on, so it's immediately very, very elite.
Oh, it's
in
oh wow,
terms
it's
of
really small.
how
It's
it
only
plays
3
in Kill
models.
Team.
Holy shit!
It
Okay.
plays in a really interesting and
With
unique
2 of these
unusual
little
way.
schmeebs.
All of your units have APL 4, which is wild.
I really like
yeah,
the one with
Kill
like the
team, so you can do
frilled,
all sorts of cool
little
maneuvers.
thing. It's all
Oh,
they are very,
that looks
very
like the
fast, as you can
Jurassic
imagine,
Park
faster than
ass
anything
speed
Yeah, like
dinosaur.
the spitter. Yeah.
They can leap up across
The what now?
bits of terrain. So if you
The
think that your
spitter?
sniper at the
Yeah, I
back of
hardly
the
knew her.
battlefield is nice and safe, perched on
Hey,
his
spitters
ruin,
and quitters, am I
think
right?
again,
Am I
'cause,
right,
a
fellas?
giant reptilian
wouldn't
with
know.
an Eldari warrior on the back
hate
is
my
racing
wife.
towards you, ready to chop your head off. You have 3 very different kinds of characters in there. Effectively, you've got a warrior archetype, a mage archetype, and a sniper archetype, and they all do very different things for your kill team.
Yeah, so here on the screen you can see the 3
I
different
don't know
ones.
why
laid
that
out.
was so
Essentially,
funny to
you
me.
have the Clan Blade, which is the close
tickled
combat
you
one.
something fierce.
The
It really
Lone Stalker,
did.
Which is the one with the sniper rifle, and then you have the Stone Singer, which is the Exodite.
Yeah, I was
one
right
that
about you.
focuses
You
on
really are
psychic
one of the good
power.
ones.
And then they also have these little beasts that run around with them. And those
You
are called
can't be
Dracolites.
saying that, man.
And they look familiar.
But it's funny
to,
here-
You know kind of how Eldar Craft World work. There's a little bit of the Autarch to this one. There's a little bit of the Farseer to this
Yeah, I
one.
really
There's a
like
little
your
bit of
over
the,
30
the kind
white
of
boy
Ranger.
humor. I appreciate
so
it.
they have a kind of common
Yeah, I get
ancestry
called a
with the
divorced
Eldar
dad
of the
all the
Craft
time,
World.
man.
Can I get
They
another
have
one?
gone off
Can I
in
get
a
another
slightly
one?
Difference of cultural direction.
What?
And the
Can I get
biggest
another over
difference
30s white
really
boy
is that they
humor?
Ride on the back of these cool
Oh yeah.
reptiles.
Well,
Yeah.
all I can
But
think about
a
is
really
the
fun
ball and chain, the
kill
old
team, a
ball
very
and
different
chain.
kill team. I think probably gonna be a very
That's the
popular kill team.
classic.
That's a classic.
It's not the only thing you
Yeah.
get in this box. You've also got a
They
bunch
just let
of
anyone
orcs
in here.
The way that the orcs
And I pat you
work
on the
in this
shoulder.
kill team is a little bit like the Red
Ooh,
Terror
there's
set
no
that we had
beast
recently,
snaggers.
where they are effectively
Ooh.
non-player operatives, and you can play a bunch of different games against these either as a 1-player or a 2-player series. There is a
So this-
campaign
A
mini
in the box.
squig.
which
So this
tells the
box is
story of
basically
the
just
Orc
Squig Hog
War,
Riders
which
plus
has
beast
landed on
snaggers.
this
Okay.
planet. The orcs, who are beast snaggers, basically find a world full of monsters.
That's
and
a
they're
little
like, "This is a
unfortunate that
paradise.
they're
Look at
actually
all
not,
these, look at all these giant beasts we can hunt." The Eldar are
another-
obviously much less
I
keen on
love
the
that
orcs,
one. This is
and
the
they
one
have
I
to try
really
and
like.
Oh
drive
yes,
the
yes,
orcs
that
so
one's
you can play
great.
through with his campaign.
It's bite-sized.
Also, of course,
That's
all the
unfortunate
stuff in
that
this
they're,
box you can also use in
not a
Warhammer
new kit,
40,000 as
but
well.
Yeah, just
I
to
do
give a
like that
shout
kit,
out to that
so-
Kill Team Exodite book. It's really cool. I got to have a look through it the other
I would have
day.
liked them if they had a
It's
different
got
kit.
great
That's
lore in it.
actually a
There's
little
stories
unfortunate,
from the
but
perspective of the Eldari
oh well, I
Exodites.
guess.
There's also like that campaign has some great missions in it.
Because the last
There's
one was like the
guides
new
on how to
guard
set up
team,
and make your
but it also had
battlefields
the
look
Red
like a
Terror,
maiden
which was
world.
sick.
It's a wonderful book. They've done an amazing job sort of bringing this to life.
Oh well.
Yeah.
The Exodites
Worth
look sick,
saying,
though.
one of the other ways that you can build up the kill team that you get in this set is as another unit, which is called the Dragon Knights. These are
Yeah, it
the
looks so
archetypal, I
sick.
suppose, the closest thing we've got to
Okay.
a classic version of an Exodite.
Okay,
Very reminiscent of some
fucking
of the very cool
dragon
Warhammer
riding
40,000 art
lancers
from
is
some of the
sick
early
as hell.
editions. This is
Yeah.
effectively a fast cavalry unit
Yeah,
of
that's
Exodites
sick.
riding on those huge reptilian beasts. And they work a little bit in game, I suppose, like your Shining Spears, where they could charge in. They actually
Dinosaurs.
have laser lances, which is the same weapon that Shining Spears have. So they punch pretty hard, but as well as the rider on the back fighting,
You've
who's a good
also
fighter.
No, I
got a
appreciate that they
crazed,
knew most men who play
reptile
Warhammer
beast
are
helping you fight,
like
right?
Absolutely. So they hit
So they're like,
really,
we're just
really
gonna add
hard.
dinosaurs because you know
they're
we're
not
gonna
super
like that.
durable,
You
but they're a
know?
little bit more durable.
We've
than
been-
some of the
we've
other
been
kind of
wanting-
combat units you might
By
find
we, I
in
mean
an
the
Eldari army, so they're
overall
gonna be quite a
community
useful
has been
unit. I think
wanting
we will see them
Eldar
dotted around
Exodites for
various
a
Warhammer
long
40,000
time.
battlefields
No, I
and Eldar
appreciate
armies
it.
quite
You know,
soon.
as somebody
the
who
other
loves dinosaurs.
forces in this box, the Dragon Masters, you can also use in Warhammer 40,000, and the way that they work is that each one is effectively an individual character in your Eldari army. So you've got the kind of lone op sniper, you've got your fast moving hero, you've got a kind of buff support piece. So effectively, this one kill team provides you with 4 different data sheets.
Oh my
for
God, the
Warhammer
last one they had
40,000
rules
Eldari
was
armies. So it's a really flexible
1998.
little
Yeah, no kidding.
clump of stuff
Before-
you can add
before
into
you
your,
were born.
Eldari force.
Yeah, so Kill Team Exodite contains 3 Exodites and the 2 Dracolites. Obviously, these models will be available separately down the line. So if you wanted to put loads into your army, that's completely legit. There are loads of reasons that an Eldari force might have Exodites in it as well. When you look at the history of the Eldari, the Craftworld Votann is so affronted at the state of the Maiden Worlds that they aggressively defend Maiden Worlds from
I like
any
the mummy
interference.
frog, if people
Obviously,
wonder. I
Elitok
learned
is
about the
known
mummy
for the
frog the
Rangers
other
who
day.
travel around
Croak
the
is his
world
name?
and
Oh, Croak,
visit all the
yeah.
Maiden Worlds.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Croak
I'm a
rocks.
big fan of
one of the
Croak.
main
Yeah, Croak
reasons the Eldari
rocks,
come
actually.
into conflict with other
He's the
races, right?
man.
They don't seek it out particularly, but one of the things that they
Croak,
have is
you're
this sort of
dying.
cultural
No.
association with these planets, and whenever
Lives
anyone
and
invades, it's almost
wins.
like it's sacrilegious, right?
Yeah,
This is
sort of
the
protecting the last true
absolutely,
ancient
yeah,
Eldari,
yeah.
really.
This is almost always why the Eldari will get involved in a fight somewhere.
Lord
is
Croak
that,
to
the
you.
craft worlds can
Okay,
fly off, but
understandable.
True.
planets can't really. So when the Imperium shows up and decides to build a forge world on your wonderful paradise world, you have to kind of go and kick them off.
Yeah, absolutely. It's worth having a little look at the models, I think. So here we have a stunt beast snagger sort of drafted in to pose, and then you can get a sense of the scale
That's
of these things when you
really
bring
good.
the
I
Exodite
like it.
I also
alongside.
like the fact that
They're
you
live,
could obviously
the
paint
beasts
your
look really
dragons
muscular,
however
but
you'd
they're
like,
still
your
an
dinosaurs.
impressive
Yeah.
size model, and I think
No,
they're
I
gonna be
really,
quite
really,
popular with
really
people
like
who
it.
want to do just beautiful paint jobs, right? They're going to lend themselves really
Super
towards
good.
Yeah, I mean the
looking,
models are
goddamn.
beautiful. Like I think I really like the leader
That's in
unit.
particular. That
Yeah,
one, isn't
the
it? Let's
the
get this
leader
out
of
the way,
the
sorry.
Those are
Dragon
sizable,
Knights
too.
is just a really,
That's
really
really
excellent
big
miniature.
model.
I think
Damn.
just the kind of straight on pose for him. I'd be amazed if we don't see a few of those at Golden Demons and things. He's got that beautiful back banner, obviously, which is lending itself to kind of whatever showing off painting scheme you'd like to have a go at. The reptiles they're riding themselves, you could paint in almost any color you can imagine, right? The heavy metal team here has gone for some really cool, vivid color schemes. You could have anything in your paint collection, you could paint these guys. I think they're going to be a joy to paint, and I can't wait to see them on the battlefield.
Absolutely. As I said before, like who had Exodites on their 2026 Warhammer bingo?
I think at least 3 people guessed
Well,
when we posted it.
you get to
Well
give yourself
done
a
you
little
if you
stamp.
guessed
Well
Exodites,
played.
yeah.
I'm delighted. They've existed in the lore for such a long time, and it's really exciting to see them
Yep.
like on the tabletop in this way before. This is the first time we've ever seen Exodites in plastic, and kind of the first time really we've seen them properly.
I think there was like
Uh,
one little
heads up,
shred
everyone.
of cloth
Pancreas
a
just
little-
said
on
one of them is a
Corsairs.
wizard,
Maybe
therefore he
little
just
metal one.
repainted Pancreas'
Oh, yeah, maybe.
house.
Back in the day, other than that, they've existed in the
A
stories
fine
and in
Corax
some
white.
pieces of artwork. So,
Thank
what
you,
a happy time!
Pancreas.
We're very excited, and also the love and passion that spilled out of the Warhammer studio as they told us about them was just infectious. So, hopefully, you're as excited about these as we are because they're very exciting. What else is there to say? We have come to the end of our.
That was a lot of
preview.
stuff, Adam.
It was a lot of stuff, and we said it would be about 90 minutes, and we're very, very nearly there. So thank you if you are still with us and enjoying the Warhammer preview. It's been
What do
lovely
you mean
to have you
nearly
with us.
there?
I should round up. There have been a couple of questions floating around. One of them I can field right now. Somebody asked in the chat, what's the cost to the Warhammer Academy? The cost is nothing. It is free. You'll need to log in and sign up, but it is designed to help you just get started with your Warhammer journey. So it doesn't cost anything. Just join in and start learning about Warhammer and sort of honing your skills and gaining confidence.
What's the catch?
If you've got more questions, well, we've got good news. A few weeks back, Eddie and I did a Q&A, and we had a nice time doing it. So we're going to do another one in a couple of weeks. So here is an email address appearing mystically on your screen. Quanda, that is Q&A at preview.warhammer.com. That is where you can start sending your questions.
That's true. You get addicted to plastic crack. That's your
about things we've talked about
and
in the
your
preview.
data.
I mean, you can send in any question, but we'll only answer the Warhammer related ones.
I have very few specialist subjects, and most of them revolve around Warhammer. So yeah, please do send us Warhammer questions to that Q&A in a couple of weeks' time. We'll let you know closer to when it's going to be. We'll go through those questions. We'll pick the best ones, and we'll sit down and have a little session where we read through them all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. I guess all that remains then is thank you, everybody, for coming and joining in this preview and spending some time with us. Thank you to all the people behind the scenes who pressed the buttons and moved the models around and made it all work. You are champions.
All right.
Thank you, Eddie, for knowing all the answers and making
that.
it
That appears to be
Brilliant.
that.
And in that case, until next time, we will see you again very soon. Good night.
All right.
Nice.
All right.
Not a billion issues. No tech issues.
Not a billion tech issues. That's very true.
Hmm.
You know why? Because it was in their own studio.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like the dinos a lot. The big golden guy was cool.
Yeah. So let's see, because I'm looking at the actual Warcom list. There's some Underhive stuff. There's the Academy thing. I gotta click the plastic. So let's see here. Summer preview Academy. It's okay. What do we got here? So it's lore and collecting, building and painting, gaming, yada yada. Okay. So overall, Legio Imperialis is whatever. Blood Bowl stuff is cool for those who like Blood Bowl. I don't care about the animation. The new Necromunda stuff looks sick. The plastic Custodi Telemon looks sick. The new Orcs look sick.
Orcs. Sorry.
It's fine. I'll say that was like, I actually expected less because of the launch of 11th. I actually expected way less, and I got more than I thought. I actually got more than I really thought.
I really liked it. This was my first show that I got to like sit down, and watch, and I liked seeing the dinosaurs, the big soup. The trucks are sick. I am buying that truck.
The trucks are sick, absolutely.
I love how cartoony they look compared to the old ones.
That's true.
I think they're very silly.
Exodites are great. Eldar riding dinosaurs go insane.
Yeah, they're good size. And then the Custodies being the plastic now is cool. Seeing the resin versus the plastic.
Yep. I'm big fan of the plastic Telemon Dread. Very big on that one. Yeah,
some status sets for new people. That's cool.
Honestly, truth be told, I think this is like a perfectly fine showing.
Dragon was very cool. Dragon was
very cool. I personally like. There's not a whole lot in here that I play much of, and therefore, besides the Custody stuff, like I don't really have a full orc army or anything, and
I want to get a full orc army.
Well, of
really
course,
bad,
you want to get a
so
full
I was
orc
really
army.
interested.
But like the I don't have an Eldar army. I have some remnants of it, but so like there's a lot of really cool stuff here, but I don't play a ton of it, and therefore it's like this is really cool, not fully my stuff. Like they showed off like Guard, Necrons, Votann, Sisters, some CSM. You know, that's like my main shit. But like also the Ogre refresh is awesome. That's super cool. I just don't play Sigmar.
I might sniff out the Academy as like a newbie who hasn't played tabletop yet and
Sure.
give my opinion.
Sure.
And I'll let you know because again, I know like basically nothing. So I feel like I'm the perfect subject for the tabletop stuff. But yeah, I think it's overall pretty cool.
I think I mainly was like them spending a whole lot of the time getting the starter sets and painted terrain part took up a lot of the beginning. I wish I knew the prices for these because
yeah, when did they drop the prices?
I don't know because like the ready painted terrain thing, I just don't believe will be priced like good. And like, for example, every single tournament I have ever been to has like 2 pieces of actual Games Workshop terrain. And then a bunch of MDF and like 3D printed stuff because they have to do like 40 tables, and that's a lot. And I don't know how I feel about this for that reasoning, but we'll have to see, I guess.
I'm really excited, honestly, about some of this stuff. I can't wait to like learn more. Besides this tabletop shit, that looks way too expensive, and I'm gonna be using Coke cans.
I mean, I have my Coke can reactors. That's more than fine.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know about all that, but I mean, status sets are pretty cool.
Yeah,
you know, I'm kind of, I like to mess with different kinds of paints, but I could see how this would be like beneficial.
I would normally call this a relatively like average reveal. However, considering that I expected less because of the edition changeover, and they came out with new Exodites, which is insane, I'd put it like a slightly above average for what I was expecting. My feelings are a little bit better than I expected because I didn't expect much. So like, all right. I really did not expect much because of the edition change, and pretty okay.
I have like a small favor to ask.
What's up?
I'm just really curious. Can we look at the changes to the war with the orcs? I want to see what that was.
Oh, the rules?
Yeah, I want to see a little bit about the rules. I'm curious how that changed.
Did
they not drop it yet? No.
Well, no. Hold on. I probably need to do. Honestly, it's hysterical.
Rules nerd. I'm learning. Okay, I'm genuinely just very curious.
It's actually really funny because for some reason, whenever there's new rules stuff, ironically, they don't ever like. I normally have to find rule changes on like the goddamn subreddits for some fucking reason. Because,
pretty funny.
because for some reason, like all the generic Warhammer places don't like to talk about it, and so the only place they actually like to talk about it is the goddamn like subreddits, which is odd. There we go. Okay.
You found it?
My chat or my Discord had it. Okay. Nice. So let's see. Friendly orc units with this ability can re-roll advance rolls, right? So they get that. And become riled up as stated in other rules, which gives them a 5-up invul save. This unit's range attacks have assault. When this unit is selected to make an advanced move, that advanced move does not prevent that unit from being eligible to declare a charge. At the start of the command phase, you can use this ability. If you do, friendly orc units with the WA ability are riled up until the end of the next turn. Interesting. So that's a little bit worse, I think, actually, because it's supposed to be a battle round normally. But now they get... One second.
Server not found.
Yeah, this is great.
Is everyone on there at the same time?
I don't know. But yeah, so now you get reroll advance rolls. So you get reroll advance rolls base, which is a buff. Army-wide reroll advance rolls, which is very good. And then you get a basically once per a turn instead of battle round WA, which is worse, but then you also get assault on your guns, which is better. But it also says it gives you the riled up keyword, which means that in the new Codex, there are going to probably be ways to rile them up easier, but with other factors, and also certain things like when this Mega Knobs unit is riled up, it has a 5-up, feel no pain, that kind of shit.
I don't know what any of that means yet, but I'm excited to learn.
Read. The battle round stuff is in the bottom of Warcry. Read the Warcry at the bottom. It's for the entire round. Are you? Can you read? Can you read? At the start of the command phase, you can use this ability. If you do, a friendly orcs unit with the WA ability is riled up until the end of the next turn. Next turn? That's not how they write rules. Are you sure? They normally write rules until the end of the next turn. Are you sure on that one? They don't write it that way normally. They write it that way to for the either battle round or your turn. You trigger. Your next turn is your opponent's turn. Well, it's not your turn. You trigger. You do at the start of the command phase. It doesn't say your command phase either. It would be, maybe it's new edition. You know what? I rescind my sass. I rescind my sass. You can clearly read. I rescind my sass. So they made it.
Sassy.
I like to be sassy. So they made it so that you can do it on either command phase, yours or your opponent's, and it will end on whichever one is the next one. Oh, okay. Sure, that's not an apology. Yeah, but
yeah, 3-step apology now.
I'll give him half because I've had to spend so long explaining rules to people who can't read every time they show off rules. I accept my fault on this one, but I'm still bitter about it.
Listen, orc don't need to read rule. Orc just orc.
That's true. That's true. I've had to walk so many players off a fucking ledge because they're like, it says that I can't do this anymore. My army is dead. The amount of Tau players who are like, Hidden is going to ruin Tau for 11th edition, and Tau is like one of the best armies right now. I have to like strangle them sometimes. Okay, so it is written slightly differently, as in a probably because of 11th edition, how their terminology is done. So, start of the command phase, you can use this ability if you do friendly orc units with the wild ability are riled up until the end of the next turn. Okay, so no, the Wa is substantially buffed then.
What? So orcs stay winning is what I'm understanding.
No, this is a substantial buff then. This is a buff in every single metric.
Yeah, so we're just the best. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, the orcs just win.
Yay!
Yeah, no, I mean,
Look at my shit.
This is, you get army-wide reroll advance, which is a buff. You get army-wide assault in the wall, which is a buff. And you can choose either command phase, which is a buff, I think. That might be not much different. I can't tell because Wahapedia won't open. And it lasts for both turns, which is a buff. But they lose +1 attack and strength, which is a nerf.
Okay.
Okay, so it's not okay. So that's true. That's true. But orc boys now always have strength 5, which is a buff. Or like a fucking, well, no, it'd be a buff because during the non-was. So that's like a side thing. But or boys is not the only data sheet. There are other data sheets which would therefore need to check for the strength for the buff. Plus, yeah, data sheet abilities might involve riled up very similarly to power from pain, yeah.
Bricky?
Yes?
When are you gonna teach me tabletop?
I mean, do you want to? You're asking me to teach someone Warhammer. Do you understand what you're asking? You want to listen to a nerdy boy yap?
Yes.
I mean,
Did I not just say in the last stream, I love when an autistic boy yap?
You did say that. You did say that.
If I have new merch, it's gonna say that. I love when a nerdy boy yap.
Nerdy boy yap.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to mansplain Warhammer to you, all you got to do is ask.
Hell yeah.
Which you did, but
yeah, I want to build an army first. I want to like paint my own army, but I think I want to learn. I one of my dream things is to do. You know how like there's like walkarounds like VTubers.
Like
I want to do
the
that.
little camera things.
Yeah, but like I want to do maybe one day me like incognito and I'm like at a Warhammer tournament and we're like filming there. That'd be really, really cool.
You know, maybe like I'm kind of curious about this whole shit because this is a very interesting change up in the rules for the WA. And then there's the boys kit here, which is how Choppas are 3 attacks at 5/1/1. Orc. Big Choppa with cleave 2 is nuts. Custom Choppa, power claw, 3 attacks, 10/2.
What
The Schlugger.
I have another question. I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay. What would be like the easiest army to learn for like a newbie? Because I know some of them get pretty complicated, right?
To learn,
yeah.
To learn, it would be Votann, Death Guard. Chat saying Space Marines. I would actually say no. They're the most in depth and dynamic, but they actually, I'd say Votann, Death Guard, and then no, Death Guard definitely. Death Guard require few models. They're easier to paint, and they play all phases.
But Necrons.
Necrons too. Yeah, I would probably say Necrons. Yeah.
My issue is Tyranids. I really like Tyranids, obviously, because bugs. And they have something called gargoyles. So I feel like that's on the nose. I feel like that's a bit on the nose. I feel like the gargoyle has to play the gargoyles, right?
Tyranids would also not be too bad. Tyranids are a little bit funky with synapse ranges and shit, but I would honestly, if I had to pick out of all of them, I would pick Votann. Votann are very easy to paint. They have a simple range. They play shooting phase. They play fight phase, and they're decently tanky, which means that you can keep them around for a while. They also don't have a whole bunch of tricksy shit. I would honestly say Votann would be the easiest. I do think Death Guard and Krons would be pretty good. Some chat's saying Custodes. I would disagree because they mainly just play melee. So, I definitely would go with that.
Okay, so I'm gonna play sisters. That's cool.
I would not do sisters.
I want to be as much pain as possible. You know.
Okay,
I'm like
okay.
a masochist.
I'll get you Gene Stealer cults then. You can enjoy
I love
yourself.
Gene Stealers. Don't say that.
You like Gene Stealers.
Oh, Gene Stealer cults, which is different. Yeah.
It is different.
Yeah, it is different. But also, I don't know. I like the sisters. I wish they weren't like so complicated.
They are
really cool.
They are a very complicated for a new person. They're not too bad when you
Okay, but what about Admech?
We are not
Admech?
getting you Admech.
What about Admech?
We are
what about
not getting
what about
you
Admech? But what about Admech?
No, sir, no, ma'am.
But I want Admech.
Well, you can.
Admech.
Wait till 11th edition Codex.
Okay. No one can afford Admech. Oh, is that the issue? They're really expensive.
Also, chat, have you noticed something here interesting? The Shuda has lethal hits on non-vehicle and monsters. They gave you lethal hits on 6s for your orc Shudas against infantry. That's kind of sick. Anyway, thanks for joining me, nerd.
Yeah. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. You didn't have to call me a nerd. You fucking dweebus. Ooh. I got you good.
Did you?
Yeah. Dweebus.
Did you though?
Dweebus alert. Dweebus alert. Ooh. We got dweebus. Bye, bitch.
Oh, she just left. She just left. I see. Just gone. My lord. Well, okay. Sounds good, I guess. I suppose I guess we're gonna go fucking raid someone, I suppose. Where she says thank you, :DDDDDD. Okay. And then she sent a GIF of Quagmire putting Joe in the corner and then putting a broom beneath his wheels so that we can't see it. I guess we'll raid someone now. You know what? Well, we can raid Froggy because she's playing fucking Dark Tide. We'll send you off over to them. Yeah. Chaos of 99. I'm very sorry for making fun of you for not being able to read when I couldn't read. My apologies. Please accept my apology. You were right. You were absolutely right. The lingo of 11th edition has changed to ironically become more obvious, and I was so used to the cryptic 10th edition one that I thought it was a completely different thing. My apologies. It is actually crazy how much better 11th edition verbiage has become. It is substantially more streamlined. And therefore it has actually been much easier to read. I'm so used to the fucking archaic ridiculousness of it that I got it totally wrong. My apologies. It's also so much more organized, I know, right? If any of you haven't played 11th edition yet, you should. The ability to, like, the turns are so much easier because there's so much fewer, like, random bullshit happening. It's awesome. So they hired an English speaker to write it? Yeah. They made sure to outsource it out of Nottingham. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on, like, Tuesday. Peace.